on prior to the Angela.
All right.
Interesting compositions built from both sides.
We're going to catch this game.
Like Fireflux is a lot
just
more
in time.
standard, but then we look on over to RRQ Akira. They've got some interesting
just
synergies
in time
the heroes to kind of get by.
Well, having the Angela, I would say that it's a really good pick in the mid lane, okay, but we haven't seen her effective yet, unless for that one game that I always like hate myself for remembering that Angela at some point could have got a Maniac in the M5, but the damage output, speaking of RRQ Akira, I think they have all the damage they need. All
Rice
the
Apple, what's up?
The physical damage
Rice
and also
Apple
the magical
pie.
damage. On the other side, I would say that Team Fireflux have crowd control and also they have early and
this is a game I really want to see. I was going to just watch it, but I'm going to stream it because I'm probably going to be up all night because I fly out tomorrow. I fly out in like 12 hours.
To take it to the next level against RRQ
So let's watch it.
Akira.
Let's watch it, boys and girls. Here we go.
Find out to settle this debate once and for all in our very
I'm hyped.
first match.
I just got a shower, feel good.
Welcome to the land of Dawn.
Bro, what's up with the
Fireflux
Tigreal
Esports
picks, guys?
on the blue side, up against RRQ
I'm so
Akira
confused.
on the red side.
Starting things off, I can already see Luis trying to slow TNZ down a little bit. Apex 47 is there, but looks like they're not going to commit just yet. Luis is just trying to slow things down and be like, hey, guy, we can take our time. We got
Rihanma, what's up? What's up?
The second series of the day. We don't need to be that fast.
attacking early on in this, let's say, stage. Both teams, if someone were, what happened? What did I miss?
Apex.
Do
Do
it
it
to
to
him.
him.
Reset.
Reset it.
Reset.
Evil.
Okay, no.
Evil desk. Evil desk.
Do it to him.
I mean, that's what you expect from Tigreal, right? I mean, looking at the emblems, like he's built to do so as well. He's got Wilderness Blessing in his
TNZ still has Retry. King still has Retry.
ahead of the game.
But look, we have seen. I actually remember Zorn was the one who.
I like
did that.
TNZ's
He
rotate
lost
there.
his,
He actually goes
flicker
across
early
and goes straight for the
and,
enemy
if
camp
I'm
before
not
he
mistaken,
goes to his own. He's going to stop by EXP this time,
Same thing happened with Luis here.
which it kind of gives opportunity to get a gank there. Gets gold, comes back towards most roamers. Like most roamers take King's Path.
Even though Zorn died a lot, the team still won. Right?
Yeah.
Right? Still won.
That's true. That's true.
But I mean that if Minotaur lost his flicker, he will be punished to away. He will be so squishy by the mid game.
Well, let's see, right? We've seen both angles before.
All
We've
right.
seen him lose.
For
his
once,
flicker
there's no
on
Bruno
then
being played or
afterwards
Wan.
become really, really squishy. But we've also seen the opposite, where we've seen him play a more counter-engaged, objective-based type game, where we're waiting for the opponents to come at us. And considering that Apex is playing Tigreal,
Oh, good take by
it's on
TNZ there.
him to kind of wait it out. Whoever
Clean.
holds the ult the longest
Uh-oh.
has an advantage.
Oh.
Takashi understanding that the gank is coming, making sure that he stays safe because this Yuzong is going to be very important in this sort of fight.
Yeah, Rosa already stole. He did steal the Minotaur, right? I didn't.
Yep,
Okay,
yep,
yeah, he
the
did
Minotaur.
steal. He will use it even before the Minotaur. That's funny.
Oh, that was so good.
All right, Fireflux with the lead.
Making sure that there's no way.
Small lead.
No contest is going to come by.
But definitely feel to be controlling a bit more. Hasn't been a big fight yet, though.
He wants to reset you.
Do you imagine the disaster that Team RRQ Akira are gonna face if they saw a penalty zone with the stolen Minotaur ult and also the Tigreal? Can you imagine that situation?
Oh, that's going to be super devastating. Speaking of which, Takashi and Alien are just 1v1 each other. And even Saigon was like, do you want my help, bro? And Takashi's like, nah, fam, I'm good.
Yeah,
She's like, nah, fam, I'm
I'm
good.
I'm
good, fam.
The ultimate. He didn't get the Black Dragon form out of Takashi, but he is ahead in EXP. Takashi trading for a little too long, ended up missing a minion down by when it was pushed into the turret as Fireflux were looking for.
Oh.
Oh.
There's nowhere for Luis
Very
to
clean.
go. Gets taken down.
No need to use that flicker anymore. Just die first blood.
Oh no, no setup there.
Fireflux
Can't
are
really do much.
Fireflux are
This is
playing
gonna
this
be a little
clean.
Frustrating. No holes so far for the side of Fireflux
Ooh.
Esports.
Saigon, I kind of feel like he committed to that hard guard a little bit too early. Gusta Lagusta wasn't in any real trouble there.
I feel like a lot of people, bro, I've been trying to tell
Really,
people,
on
man.
bot side, a lot of focus there,
Big
but
Floppa, what's
RRQ
up?
Akira, when are we expecting them to actually take the initiative against Fireflux Esports?
I'm finally leaving soon, guys. I'm finally leaving soon. I'm almost completely done packing. I'm just waiting on some clothes to dry right now.
Even though I don't like it. Oh, was that steal?
Yep, TNZ got this kill, and King tried to do a little bit onto Rosa as well as TNZ. At this point, Fireflux Esports, they're just, in a way, baiting things out while taking what they want.
Yep. It feels like RRQ Akira right now are a little too responsive to what Fireflux Esports is doing, and they're getting away with a lot, right? That's why we are seeing this 2K lead start to develop for the side of Fireflux.
What time is my flight? It's in like 12 hours.
Extend it some more because proactive
Estimate.
plays aren't exactly happening.
I try not to give exact times,
because of the delays,
just in case
of King's
somebody tries to
it's making it tough to kind of set up
come crash into my car while I'm driving or something, you know.
In the first place.
Even though I wouldn't agree that much about.
But no, yeah, it's about 12 hours
it wasn't
from
an idea
now.
in my head, not with you, Gideon. But there was this wild idea in my head, like RRQ are the one responding, even though Fireflux are the one who are supposed to counter engage with the picks they have. But yet they are the ones who are making the first moves, and they are the ones who are actually winning every trade.
Oh yeah, 2,400 goal lead, and I believe it's all just Fireflux taking the farm from RRQ Akira. Now it looks like RRQ Akira, they do want to contest for this turtle, but there's a lot of members from Fireflux.
Yeah, Fireflux is deep.
Luis committing to the maneuver way too early. Takashi comes in with a Black Dragon form, same as Rosa.
Turtle gets reset. They're good.
Having to use the flicker early on.
Oh, oh! That's huge. That's huge. That is so huge. What a beautiful delay there, too. Like, he pushed in, and then he hit the, like...
For the side of Fireflux Esports, right? They were able to steal away the orange buff from RRQ Akira, even though King was on it initially, decided, you know what, I gotta leave. I gotta be by that turtle side for the rest of my team. And Fireflux, like the hive mind they are, just pull back, send out the appendages, steal away the camp.
I just want to say I've been a Fireflux fan for a while now, since the Incendio Supremacy days. And a lot of people, like foreign casters, a lot of people are putting RRQ above Fireflux, man. And I'm like, nah, man. Nah.
Can be devastating to a point that you cannot move.
Nah, son.
Get paralyzed. Look at Sunshine's
not
gold
today,
as well.
Satan.
He's 1K ahead. He's one item maybe ahead from Gusta Lagosta. Team RRQ, early game losing the heart. I think it's going to be so hard to bounce back, to be honest.
Let's see how they're going to attempt it, right? 4.5K, 6 minutes into the game. The hive mind continues to take control over the map. And even so, you would have imagined that at least with the Angela's Heart Guard and big enablers for the side of RRQ Akira, they might have been able to get a trade back. But so far, nothing, right? 3-0.
Do you see that goal, the XP difference between Takashi and Tenzi?
It is, oof.
Even King level 9,
wow.
TNZ level 12. Not looking good. At this point, RRQ Akira, the thing is they have the tools to fight back.
Oh.
They just don't find the opportunities. And now Alien trying to 1v1 against King, and even King can't really do much against this Terizla. He had to bolt out of there.
Yeah, that Black Dragon was just scouting the sky.
Another tower down.
Bot side tier 1. All tier 1s on both sides are destroyed. Look at that. The hive mind just invading as one for this purple buff. It's pretty important for TNZ, but honestly, it's just slowing them down. Look at that, even Retribution's being committed to it.
After this, during the analyst segment, we just have to see how much buff the RRQ Akira actually accumulated. Now King goes for Sunshine, taking quite a lot of damage. Sunshine is all by himself, but
he's not stressing.
I might have just forced it, you know?
Oh, Apex, look at him coming from a really good angle here.
Yep, still. RRQ Akira looks like they're hesitating a lot. They're not really being proactive at all.
I don't know why they're so nervous, right? It looks like nothing's really going together with them, right? We're seeing these.
Bro, they can't fight. It's like, what can they do right now?
Coming in from like King as well, but we don't see the backup. Like, where's Gusta Lugusta? Is he in the right position? It feels like Sagan is being utilized, but at the same time, where are the rest of the teammates to kind of solidify a way to bounce back into this game, to find the trades?
Yeah, this is not the same RRQ Akira we saw against Team Blacklist earlier on. Wow, that damage.
I gotta hold my breath because that was almost a 1v1 kill. And Fireflux Esports, again, this entire game, it's just 3 kills. But Fireflux gets everything. They're 8,000 gold ahead.
They're choking them out.
I'll add upon that, it's also not 3 kills.
When is the flight? It's like 12 hours. Like 12 hours.
I think not, because Fireflux at this point of time, I would imagine that even if they don't like take.
Oh, good pick by Luis. But nobody's there with him. He finds Sunshine.
Gets the kill. Takashi with the Black Dragon form.
It's okay.
Looks like he's there to push people away. Now they're being proactive.
Finally. Okay, let's look at the items. Let's see whether there was something that made the difference.
Yo, what's up, Hard Knock?
What I'm seeing is that at least 2 items have already been completed for Gusta Lagusta, and that's what gave them a bit of confidence. But let's not forget that even for the side of King, right, he's got the...
Ooh.
No.
Oh.
No, he's in trouble.
Oh.
Oh no! TNZ with the fracture gets the kill.
Disgusting.
Five levels ahead almost?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
4 levels.
4 levels. He's going to get 5,
Yeah.
especially if he clears up that top side, goes back and clears his bottom side jungle, and also takes that Lord. This is, look at the damage dealt, right? As much as we would like to believe, TNZ, he's doing everything. Rosa is actually almost doubling his damage, 28,000 to 19,000.
The thing that doesn't make sense to me, and I need to ask about that because, of course, like none of us is perfect, but
Can we play Classic before
why
break
do I
comes?
see that Nicholas
I have to
Louis
do.
as a
I
good
probably
pick
won't play
for the Valentina?
when the
Even
break
though I think
comes.
that she can use some other items to have.
There's a
damage
few
output
things I still gotta do.
or
Yeah.
Something.
I'm like
Number one
packing
is
all night.
Definitely the elegant gem, just because every single time you level up, your HP gets topped off, your mana gets topped off, so you don't.
I'm
have
just
to
like
recall,
taking a minute
and
to
going up
rest.
against a composition that has a Minotaur as well as.
I can't use my
Angela,
brain right now,
it
bro.
kinda secures you that
My brain
first
is
one,
unavailable.
that first kill.
Wouldn't you like? Oh,
I
wow.
worked all day.
Yeah,
Wow,
you can do things
that
like
was
that.
quick.
Yeah.
Worked my last double before I leave.
It's so cost efficient, right? Because let's compare it to
Came
people
home
who,
packed.
last time before we
I got
even
some
started
laundry in the
cost
dryer right
efficiency, it was
now.
about getting dominance
I'm
ices
pretty
more than
sure I
cost
got
efficiency.
everything done, and then I have to do some
Now,
editing.
Technically, at least
I have to
while
finish
you are
some
waiting for
menus.
that item power spike to actually happen, people who actually get the farm can minimize the overall healing coming up from RRQ Akira.
Yep, and right now, Fireflux, they're just getting all of the holy defense
Like
coming
12
in
hours.
from the inhibitor. So RRQ Akira,
12 hours. I catch
10,000
my flight.
behind.
Something like
They
that.
need a miracle here. They need to do what they did just now. Luis needs to catch 3 people with his Minu and Fury.
Yeah, it's gonna be so hard though. It's gonna be so hard because looking at the other side, looking at the side of Team Fireflux, they are in.
Oh,
Oh!
Luis re-engaging.
Oh!
Apex 47 still holding on, and they baited it out.
Whoa.
Oh, but
Whoa.
from behind, King.
Oh, King, what was that?
Out damages him. Gusta Lagusta gets a kill onto Apex 47. Good engages by both teams.
Yeah, really good engagers actually. Fireflux, they layered that very, very well. They're like, Rosa, he had the flicker, knew that
I'm
the
really good at
Fury
sleeping on
was gonna get
planes,
something out of
so
RRQ Akira, and
I
once
will
that trigger
definitely
was
get
pulled,
sleep.
RRQ Akira bit onto the bait. They forgot about the penalty zone. They almost forgot that TNZ has an inbuilt cleanse inside of an Apex. He tried his best. He ended up going down, but a 2-for-1 trade for a support, more than worth it, especially with 2 inhibitors. And honestly,
Really?
all the inhibitors into the hands of Fireflux and Beauty. 13K gold lead, the biggest one we've seen, 11 minutes going to 12 into this game.
That's a huge loss for Team RRQ, losing all the inhibitor turrets just with a matter. Oh, did you see? Yeah, it just like took him 2 hits.
13K gold lead is like a full 5 items.
5.8.
Yeah, yeah. It's
5
like,
or
as I
6
told you,
items.
It's the same as last game. Stitch State with Bebex. It's almost the double.
Oh man, this is a hostage situation, man. Oh boy, this is yeah. I'm gonna take the earthquake alarm because this is a disaster coming in for RRQ Akira.
Bro, they're having
Hopefully
tons of
everyone
earthquakes
stays
over there,
safe
huh?
Out there, we wish everyone all the best and
Stay safe.
Yeah, stay safe.
Please contact your loved ones if you can. Make sure you go to the authorities as soon as possible if you are in some trouble. Now, as we jump back into the game and hopefully on a lighter mood, 18 seconds until the next upcoming Lord. Hopefully that's going to be what it takes for Fireflux Esports to close out this match.
Team RRQ actually needs some kind of a perfect approach. Let's look at the good things here. They do have some crowd control. They do have a zoning hero. They can reach the back lines. The Gusta Lagusta haven't died yet. So there are some assets for Team RRQ. If they use them well, they might actually pull off one more defense. And by one more defense, they can buy time. And by buying more time, they can get back to the game.
Is that a Lord or a buff? That was fast.
Yeah, it was fast.
Oh!
Once again, Apex.
Implosion going in. Luis finds 3, but Luis gets taken down. He took
Oh!
too much damage. Alien goes in onto Gusta Lagusta. Takashi trying to zone everyone away. Alien is basically 1v3.
Oh my God.
He can't take the damage coming in from Rosa.
It's just too much. It's just too much. It's checkmate, man. It's already checkmate, and
4,000.
Fireflux looking to end it.
Flickers forward.
GG's.
Rosa doesn't care at this point, and King gets taken down by TNZ. Rosa finally goes down to Gusta Lagusta, but he's gonna get taken down as well. Game 1 goes to Fireflux.
Easy
Esports.
G's.
Oh,
Easy G's.
oh man, that was That was difficult. That was really difficult to watch. I mean, so many of the win conditions just denied away.
Did TOB get eliminated yesterday? Pretty much.
They were getting stat checked time
Like,
and time again. Once again, Fireflux.
There's not really a way for them out, man.
A forest fire, honestly, taking as much of the land as possible, working like a hive mind.
Well, they already
Unless-
got 1K gold.
Like,
per
they have to
minute
beat
already.
Homeboys,
If
and
we look at the
Deuce
stats
Vaults
when it
has
comes
to,
up, it was almost 15K
like, beat
gold
everybody.
in a matter of 13 minutes and 48 seconds. Can you? It's like 15K gold is a match itself.
I gotta say, man, they gotta go back to the draft because personally, from my point of view, it looked like King wasn't really all that comfortable on the Joy. It looks like he doesn't really know the limits of how much damage he can take and how much damage he can dish out.
I think it was one of the few situations whereby, like, you know you have the damage once you start getting into the Holy Crystal. Like, you know, Genius 1 is great. But then afterwards, you start recognizing, like, oh, man, I am dying in 2 shots here. I would much rather, instead of having my Retribution, to
My dog got the
actually have
purple
a
suit on.
vengeance even, to kind of keep yourself alive when you're that far behind.
But I think he got boosted, like confidence boost, whenever he have that hard guard. I think this is when he thought that he can actually go in and 1v4.
Yeah, but apparently it's not enough, man. Like,
Yeah.
there's so much.
We'll be right back.
you can do.
There is too much. I think that it was a tough game overall, but I think the base problem, the root problem, even if we're looking past the draft, the fact that they're very overreactive. It's almost like an autoimmune disease where you're just overreacting to situations.
Yeah, they need to find windows to attack. I feel like that was part of the key problem here.
Well, let's have a look at our MVP brought to you by the Republic of Gamers. Give it up for your boy. Coming up for Fireflux Esports, it's 10Z. Once again, coming out big time on this Nolan. Oh man, he's 1 off 900 GPM.
The bestest of the bests. 10Z is there, 306. What a wonderful KDA in such a short time. Kill participation, 82%. I think at this moment we can say safely that he was almost full build, and King was almost halfway through to his second build, which is devastating for King, of course. But let's look here where did things turn around. Fireflux were in the driver's seat since the beginning. Here there was a difference. Here, like, we saw a glimpse that team RRQ Akira can do something, but Apex had to take all their hope. And
Nah, they won't be
flip it
eliminated
to a
because they got the
nightmare.
GOAT,
Louis
bro.
was trying here to pull off something. King also got Sunshine out of the way, having the hard guard with him. And that's the moment when I told you, Lefal, he kinda thought too much of himself when he got the hard guard. He had overconfidence when he had that shield.
I have to do some last-minute menu editing before my flight because I won't be able to do anything when my flight comes in.
With a composition like this, and especially when Lefel, you brought it up in the draft, at the draft, there's just more layers upon layers for the side of Fireflux Esports in comparison to RRQ Akira, where King is supposed to be the linchpin to bait out 1 or 2 of these big ultimates, because if he dies first, then there's always another layer of counter-engage for the side of Fireflux.
Something has to change between Game 1 and Game 2 because RRQ Akira, they did not have the confidence to really do anything, because we saw Apex 47 starting off in both of those highlights. We didn't see the same from Luis.
And also, you have asked, when it comes to the analyst segment, that we see how many purple buffs were taken by Team Fireflux, 11 to 3, and 10 in terms of the orange buffs to 3. And if you looked at everything from the side of Team RRQ, they haven't even participated in the game by taking a turtle or a lord or even a turtle. So everything and every number was for the side of Team Fireflux. As I told you, it's accurate, as I said, almost 15K in a matter of 13 minutes 48. Now it's just 50 seconds, so I'm off with 2 seconds, but forgive me for that.
Full Moon
Fireflux
Blend's
here,
going. Francis
looking at the
Coppola's
optimization.
going.
Actually, the one thing that was quite interesting for me was the Nicholas Endurance, but you guys already explained that. And for the side of Team RRQ, the most effective thing that I would say is happening with picking an Angela. She can deal the damage you cannot expect, because you expect Angela to be tanky earlier on before like we get to this season. So having her applying damage when she is using the hard guard is kind of unbearable. So you are both absorbing physical damage and magical damage at the same time, so he kind of cannot build up well against an Angela.
This goes
mid lane.
here.
I think that, you know, the earlier stages of the game are actually very crucial for the side of RRQ Akira, and it's very clear that even for the Sandbag Louise, that he was reckoning to try and create that space initially, figure out the overall pathing to get an idea of what Fireflux wants to do. But then when you see both Rosa as well as Tianzi really working well in tandem with each other to pose multiple threats across the map, like, look at that damage dealt, right? Rosa, he doesn't necessarily have to walk with Tianzi. He can just walk to the opposite side of the map and cause havoc.
Honestly, there's two ways to play the mid. Either roam around or make sure your opponents can't roam around. And Rosa was able to deal out a lot of damage because
Hope all's
Saigon and
well
Louise
for the
just couldn't
third
move
time.
forward. The moment they move forward, they're taking basically free damage. They're getting terrified. And when they're terrified, if TNZ's
All my
around,
reds go
someone's
down.
going to get taken down.
The area crowd control, though, from the side of Team Fireflux was remarkable because they do have the penalty zone, also they have the Tiger, and not to mention, as I told you, whenever Rosa steals the Minotaur ultimate, it's gonna work like magic. So Beatrix just had to go along with the play that Team Fireflux were doing. Not to mention that Tennessee himself on a 1v1 against King and own invades without even the interference from his own teammates was able to successfully take a purple buff or outplay Retribution on a turtle or a lord. But look here on the damage taken. The damage taken 71k for Louise. It just wasn't enough, even though he tanked a lot in a matter of 14 minutes. 71k.
Prosecco's next.
I would actually say Louise, that was the best that could have been done by a Minotaur.
Truly, I don't think there's much he could have done after that, right? He's finding these good engages, but you just don't have the stats to back it up. No items, no way to actually penetrate through this hard front line that we see from the side of Fireflux. And it was tough, but I think a lot of recovery and more thought needs to be put into this upcoming draft here, because I feel like, you know, now that they started to download a bit of the information of how Fireflux generally plays the game, maybe they can come up with a counter draft that is of use this time around.
We gotta talk about this Tigreal, man. Look at that instant setup. It's like, it happens faster than you can think. At that point, I even gotta ask, even if you have a Purify, it might not be enough, because even if you're able to escape the implosion, the Tigreal could just dash and knock you up afterwards.
Well, looking at the Tigreal, also looking at the Trizla, I would highly recommend having Lilia on the opponent, on the side of Team RRQ, instead of that Minotaur at the end.
Bubbles.
Yes, Minotaur and Lewis did a really good job, but if there was a slowdown effect to such heroes
Underline.
who don't have
Boring English
mobility,
caster.
I would
Why is
say,
the audio
and
so?
also
Sorry guys, I'll
having
turn it
the
up, especially
Trizla
since
in
I'm
the
not talking
early
as much right
phase
now because I'm doing
as a
some work.
first pick was so risky enough. I would recommend a Lilia. I would recommend some changes. Of course, something have to change for the draft and also for the macro play, but Team RRQ have shown us better performance than this. I just hope they come back stronger.
I think this is one of the few situations whereby, even if you had the Lilia, I don't think you would be able to react to it, even when you do have that Purify, because there's just a number of things to kind of break you out of it, right?
Okay.
Because we're already thinking, oh, penalty zone. Oh, we also got to think about, like, oh, the implosion as well. What about Rosa when he steals away the Minoan Fury?
Yeah.
Too many things to think about, and maybe, we're going to go on a short break, and they're going to come back stronger. Don't worry, more Mobile Legends action right after this.
Oh my god, that was hiding from me, bro. I was like, yo, where was that? He's one. Prosecco's two. Riesling is So we got a 10-minute break? That's crazy. Ten-minute break. Sorry, guys. I'm doing some editing. Feel free to do whatever you like. That's what, white, mid. Earthquake spam, you think that's why they're taking the break? Like it just keeps coming? Damn, that's so crazy, bro. This is 9. Mycelio is 8. All my reds are right? Yep. Put in order bubbles, rosé, white, red, with headers for each herd. Yeah, they already won a game, yo. All right, I think that's good for this. Boom. Save. A ton of criticism against Yasu, but they never ask if this is his first time. There's a ton of improvement can maybe happen next year. Just love him, guys. Bro, the break just went to 40 minutes? Oh, it's Miranda time. It's snack time. Gotcha, heard. It's lunch break. That's what you're telling me. It's lunch break. That's crazy. Winter cocktails are good. Classic cocktails are good. Munchies. Open recent. Do I see TLB making it out of groups? I don't know. I mean, anything's possible. I would give them like a, if I had to give them a percentage chance for them to make it out of groups, 10%, 5%, maybe less. Because some of it's not even in their hands, right? Like, they don't only have to beat Homeboys. Like, just them beating Homeboys right now, 20% chance probably. Plus, Deuce Volt has to sweep the whole group. So, like, honestly, it's like a 2% chance for them to get out, man. It's so, I don't know. I just don't really see it happening, honestly. Yo, I did eraser. So confused. How do I just turn it? How do I erase a freaking... I'm in Laguna and we felt that. All right, that's done with that. Boom. Sorry guys, I'm doing I'll show you actually real quick if you guys want real quick. I'm doing some editing work right now. Working on menus right now. as you can see. I have like some last minute work I have to get knocked out of the way before I fly out because I won't be able to do any work whenever I'm there. Alright, I think that's it, right? That was all they wanted me to fix on this page. Beer menu's good. Save. And this is good. Is this my daytime work? No, this is my side hustle work. My daytime work is I actually work in restaurant. I work in a restaurant. I'm a lead server slash floor manager. This is like my other side hustle outside of casting as well. So I work full time in a restaurant. I do social media management, and one of the places I do the social media management for, which I go and like do photos for them once a month, and then I post on their Instagram and Facebook. I also help with their website, and I do their menu. They just opened, so I've been like doing their menus for them and stuff like that. And then I also do the casting and YouTube and stuff. So I stay busy. I stay pretty busy, man. I don't really do anything else. Yeah, man. Yo, so they, I'm pretty sure they are evacing for 30 minutes instead of, in case of a aftershock. From the intel I just got. Respect, bro. I only have one job and I'm already tired as fuck at night. Yeah. I don't know, but I don't really like go out and do much. Like I don't since I don't drink anymore and I don't party and stuff, like I don't go out, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't go out. Like I have some close friends and like we grab coffee here and there, like we go out to eat, or like maybe someone has some people over at their house, but I'm not like running around having fun out there, you know, like this is kind of my fun and stuff, and I'm like in grind mode these past 2 years, you know, and I plan on being in like grind mode for the next few years, so like it's just like, yeah. Like on my days off, I'm like on my days off from work, I'm normally always like, they're either committed to like design, recording, live streaming, or going and doing photos, you know. And then Sundays like me and my daughter's day, so like me and my daughter hang out on Sundays all day because she's not at daycare. I'm off. Is my shift a strict 8-hour job and break included? No. No. If I'm just working a morning shift, I could be done in like 5 hours. Restaurant shifts are a little different, but sometimes I'll go in and I'll work like today I worked a double, so I go in at 10. I got in at 10. I got off around 2. I came back in at 5, and I was there till about 1 a.m. from 5 to 1 a.m. Any opinion about TLB? They weren't ready, bro. That's it. They weren't ready, bro. They don't got that dog in them. Little mistakes. Best player missing the retry. Just a lot of little mistakes. I didn't even watch the Geek game, man. Probably won't. Alright, there was some other things I had to change. Jaded Clute. Let me pop out the chat real fast. House needs to grow a beard. 456 rep. What's up, man? We're doing some work right now while we're waiting. Jada Clute. All right, I found it. I found it. Open. Marcel. Marcel menu. Dessert menu. Dessert bleed. There it is. All right. And they're going up to 8.5. All of this needs to change to there we go. 850. All I know is I have inside information, and they had to they evac the building in case of aftershock. Hello, Bang. All right. Dessert wine's going up to 1050. This also needs to change to the correct font. Also Nerva. Boom. 1050. And what else? Place the Grand Marnier. Spiced rum, where's that? Marcel creme brulee, s'mores, berries and cream. Where the hell is Grand Marnier? I don't see, am I missing? Oh, right here. Spiced rum. Boom. This is the dessert menu. much am I charging for this? It's I have a monthly salary with them. No, this is my side job. This is like my third job, my second or third job. What's bad? Barbosa. Barbosa tacos? I'll show you. They're just like beef tacos. How do you spell it again? Or barbacoa? I don't know the correct pronunciation. They're just like pulled pork tacos. Barbosa is a form of cooking meat that originated in the Caribbean with the Taino people who call it the Arawak word from which the term. So it's like a barbecue pork taco, essentially. Where do you get your client in SMM? No, mine's mostly word of. I pay for Adobe subscription because I use it a lot, and that's just how I live my life now, bro. I try not to cheat the system anymore, but what was I gonna say? So I don't get my clients are all through word of mouth. Just like so, I worked for this guy for a long time. And the mother of my child is the general manager of this restaurant. But I've worked in restaurants, so like I just word of mouth. I could use like Upwork, but I feel like you can't, like, I don't know, man. I would have to take a really low, I would have to start like, or using like Fiverr and stuff. You have to start for such a low price, man. Like, I go to Fiverr to get jobs done sometimes because it's so cheap. Because you can pay, like, $10 for, like, a graphic. You know what I'm saying? And that's just kind of nuts, bro. Which, like, overseas, like, most of the people that you're hiring on Fiverr and stuff are, like, people from overseas, right? Where you can get work done for cheaper. Can I get AI to do that? Possibly. Sanbanda, what's up? I do have my own business. It's called Trex Family LLC. So, like, all the money that I make off this, all the money that I make off casting, everything goes through my business. All right. That is, I think that's it for menus. Also did their logo. Here, we can take a look at some of the stuff I did for them. This is actually the logo that I did for them. It's kind of hard to see. They got it like printed out on this cool mirror. It's really simple. It's just like super simple. But Marcel DW. Marcel's the name of the restaurant. It looks really good on the print though. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up the like what the big metal came out as. It's kind of hard to see on this, but might be able to see it. No, it's so blurry you can't see it. Well, actually, you can kind of on your side. It's so hard to see. Came out looking really good. I also do some photography here and there, like I did some family photography the other day, like a week or two ago, for someone I work with. Here's a bunch of the shots I took. Ooh. took that picture. Marcel, it is kind of French. There's earthquakes all over PH right now. That's crazy, yo. And then I have Pangea that I do photos for. This one, I think, this is like probably one of my favorite photos I think I've taken. Yeah, top shot. This is so the speakeasy and the some of these are bad. Some of those are bad. This is the most recent stuff I did. I like this photo a lot. I didn't even notice her apron's dirty as fuck, yo. This was a good one. Giat. This was a cool one. I like this one a lot. This was a cool one. This was a cool one. The American girls. We're not going to show that one for too long. Where's the beard? We had to clean up, man. We're going to Asia. Ritz. We had to clean up. We have to look young. I'm gonna be next to young casters. You know, I can't just look like the old man on the desk. I'm still gonna keep the 5 o'clock shadow. You know, like a little stubble. Anyways, I got a nice face. I should show it off. I like this one a lot. This is one of my favorites too. This came out really good. Imagine they just like slaughter homeboys though. That would be kind of cool, huh? Like if they did go out with a bang, that would be nice. Yeah, I'm just 23. Yep, I'm only 23. Nah, I'm 27. I'm 25. I'm 19, bro. I'll be honest with you. age fluid, bro. I identify as a 27-year-old. Shark is going to join BTK again? Think so? And this is a cafe that I do. I like this shot. We are better than great, great. We are better than great. That's a nice one. Have I tried to make my hair long? When I was in middle and high school, when I was in like middle school and some of high school, I had hair like halfway down my back. Fun fact, guys. No, I did not straighten it. I had girls that straightened it every once in a while just because they're like, I want to straighten your hair. I was like, sure. Bro, I've got so much stuff on this computer. You guys want to take a trip down memory lane? Do I still have any of my NASL stuff on here? I think I deleted all my NASL stuff, did I? I think I did. This is like one of my favorite coffee pictures I ever did. Such a clean photo. Was I campus crush when I was in high school? No, bro. No, I had a glow up in my 20s. I was much different in high school, to say the least. I was much different. I was also like not as, I don't know. I partied a lot. I was much different. I was also much more insecure. I was much more insecure. I was not a nerd. I was I was more on the gangster side. I know that's very hard to believe, guys. I know it's very hard to believe. But yeah. I was not a wallflower, but I wasn't. Just remember, guys, I got in a lot of trouble when I was young. I was kind of wild. No, not a bike gangster. Not a bike gangster. Look, I'll show you guys a you guys aren't gonna believe. I don't want to show you guys, honestly. I didn't say the N-word because I actually hung out. Yeah, I don't know. You can see, like, where's some of my, like, when I was, like, 18, 17 on my Instagram. You can go on my Instagram and see some old photos of me, but I deleted a lot of them, bro. I deleted a lot of them. I used to rock a fade, like, when I, like, that was, like, too, like, when I rocked a fade. Or you can go on, like, my Facebook page. I think I deleted some of those, too, just because I was like, holy shit, what was going on with me? Here we go. This is an old picture. I hate, why does my face look like that? There you go, guys. You look like a Puerto Rican. Back in my rap days. Studio days. Beanie days. Ooh, I was a handsome young man. I feel like I don't look much different. Are we back yet? Nope, another 11 minutes. I'm flying in like 12 hours. Let's go on my Facebook. I'll show you guys, hold on. I'll show you guys some long hair pictures. Some long hair pictures. When I was a wee lad. I don't know if I have any. Photos. We gotta go like way back. We must go way back in time. To a different era. Here you go. This was at a show I did. Oh God. Here we go. That was for a music video. Here we go. This is at a club. Club Trex. That's Club Trex right there. Yeah, I never got braces. I never had to deal with braces or anything. I'm looking for good pictures of... This was me in middle school. This is picture's kind of blurry, but... Long hair Trex. You said that word fast? Why is it so blurry? That's my real hair. Here you go. Oh. I guess it doesn't matter. It's like really old address, so I look like a girl in that picture. My brother used to breed snakes. Taco Bell run. Late night Taco Bell run. Me and my buddy Thomas. Oh, God. Do I still talk to those guys? Some of them. Some of them. I used to breed dinosaurs, yes. The glow up was real. Let's just be honest. The glow up is real. You guys want to see my costume? I about maybe three or four years ago, I did Freddie Mercury. I slayed. I slayed as Freddie Mercury. I grew out the mustache. I killed that costume, bro. The mustache. All I needed was some big fake teeth. Baby Dino. Back when Baby Dino was still cute and not a monster. Yeah, I played a little Minecraft. We used to have a server on my Discord server. We used to have a community server. Bro, how does she go from, hold on. How did she go from this? How did she go from this to this, bro? How does that even happen, yo? How'd she go from this to this? The color of my beard doesn't match the color of my eyebrows. My eyebrows and my beard are the same color, bro. It's my hair that's different. Daddy Trex. I'm pretty sure I finished all the menus. I should probably send these now. Hold on. Save. Final saves, all good. Save. All right. I think we're good. We can email these now. You guys want to, we can listen to some old Trex music. You ready?
Shopify helps you sell at
What
every
the
stage of your
hell?
business. Like that, let's put it online and
Ads,
see what
bro?
happens stage.
And the
Ads? Bro, 15 seconds of ads, bro? Can I skip it? Nope. Am I interested in becoming a ShoutCaster in Indonesia? If they like, if it would depend if it was worth it. Ready? You guys ready for this? This is Sweet Trex. Sweet Trex.
Girl, some say love is just a chemical reaction in the brain. Others say that physical attraction is to blame. To me, love is something you cannot define or give a name, and most of the time you only find it when it's right beside the pain. Try to grasp it, try to hold it, but it always seems to slip
Just
away
vibe
when
with
you
me.
have it. Try to mold it, but loving like no
Just
music
vibe with
play
me.
is something you can't see, but you know when it is near. It's a feeling, it's a touch, it's a whisper in your ear. All happy stories, they say love can never fail, and to be honest, my opinion, love's a holy grail. We're all just on a quest to find out if it's real, but what's ironic in the process, most of hearts are getting killed. So to this I gotta think, what's love really worth? Is it a blessing or a curse? Or is it the diamond in the dirt, and once I find it, how will I know if it even works? So you say you wanna find love, but you don't know what love is.
You don't know what love is. Baby, you don't know what love is.
So you say you wanna find love, but you don't know what love is.
You don't know what love is.
You don't know what love
You don't know what love is.
Yo, some people say that love is God, but I just find that kinda odd. But I ain't saying love is science either. I'm saying love can be described by words or
This
features.
is me.
It's funny because when you seek it, you can barely find it.
But
And when you're not looking, you're standing there right behind it. And then some people say that love is blind. That must be why most of the time I'm always seeing fine. My mom would say love's unconditional, and they keep hate to a minimum. But all my life I've been a criminal, so it seems the wicked ways are stuck inside my subliminal. And what if love is unobtainable? That we've been wasting all this time on things that we can't change at all. And what if love is up to destiny? Then I guess we shouldn't worry, cause one love can last eternally. You say you wanna find love, but you don't know what love is.
You don't know what love is. Baby, you don't know what love is. Love is.
So you say you wanna find love.
For patiently waiting earlier as we experience an earthquake.
Oh wait, we're back.
So hot, BG, Jimmy.
After thorough inspection by our safety officers, we have confirmed that everyone is safe and we have been given the green light to continue our matches. Let's all be safer than safe to be better than great. Let's throw it over now to our shoutcasters.
Yeah, my vape
Shoutcasters,
died.
the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Manjin. Our host is doing a great job.
All right,
So
all right, all
is
right.
everybody here at EVM. As we now continue the games, and currently so far, in case you missed out on it, Fireflux Esports currently a point up on RRQ Akira. This is match point, and this is by far the most important time for RRQ Akira
All right,
to
I have to
bounce
send
back.
Because we
this email real
gotta
fast.
talk about what happens when Fireflux wins. The moment they win, two teams are basically eliminated.
It's not looking good for Team RRQ Akira right now. They haven't won a single match since this group started for them, so their journey is not quite as they expected. Wouldn't you say that?
Yes, no, honestly, things are really just It is in an awkward spot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would say that it is not exactly the best situation for RRQ Akira as of right now, but considering everything that has happened so far, they had some time to really think about this, especially with the next moves that they're going to be making here in the Land of Dawn. Starting off, hopefully in the draft itself, we might get a bit of an idea or maybe even a lead of where they're going to be putting their focus on.
Yeah, I do believe that RRQ Akira, they're playing like they're not really all that comfortable. So I kind of feel like they do have to readjust. Perhaps it's like a mental thing. Perhaps they're a little bit too safe. So I feel like going into this game, they do have to have this
Updated
idea that we got to give it our
Dessert
best.
menu. All the
Yeah.
menus are here along
Let's
with the
take a
updated
quick
dessert
recap
menu.
on what happened in the first draft phase. We saw a Drizzler being picked off as a first pick.
Marcel,
Also, we have
where's
seen a
that
lot of early
dessert
crowd
menu?
control from the side of Team Fireflux. On the other side, we have seen a
Let me look at
Minotaur
this real quick, just make
using
sure
to
it's
its
the
full
right one.
potential, having a
50
joy.
each, boom, boom,
Also,
boom,
I would say
perfect. Spiced
too
rum, good.
aggressive than it should be. Was also with an Angela in the mid
Then
lane.
we need
These were, I think, the hot takes for
Pangea.
the previous draft. Let's go for this draft and see who's
Into your
gonna
drink
win that draft.
menus.
Rather, also who's gonna win the game itself.
Yep, RRQ Akira is going to be on the blue side. This tournament lives on the line for them as they face
Once
off
he's got
against Fireflux
fixed, right?
Esports
Oh, no, it
on the
didn't.
red side. We
Fuck.
see the Nolan as well as the Joy Bands coming out from the side of RRQ Akira, and from the side of Fireflux Esports is going to be Bruno straight away paired up with the Wanwan.
It does
Save.
seem that RRQ Akira, they're going
should
with
be good.
one idea, and that's not having to deal with this assassin kind of
Better.
meta. So I kind of feel like they're going to let go of something like a
Munchies
Lancelot.
goes
Perhaps
here.
their target
Nonsense
is to get
goes
either
here.
the Angela
Seasonal
or
cocktails.
the Baxia. I kind of feel like those
Beer
two are going to be the
menu.
priority. It's kind of
And
not great that you're first pick because you can't
classic
have both of them at the same
cocktails. And
time.
then let's look at the wine menu.
I'm
make
also
sure it's the
wondering
right one.
if Guinevere is
Good,
going to
good,
get
good,
through this
good.
ban phase. Perhaps RQ might
Bubbles,
pick it up.
rosé,
But
white,
it's
red,
up to you, Lafel.
wine,
Who would have you
perfect.
chosen? Angela or Baxia first?
Angela.
And
Angela, because Angela can
send
pair
that
up
bad
with
boy.
everyone.
All right, we're good.
Baxia, not all of the supports can help him out.
Well,
my
there's
cam.
something
Sorry,
quite
guys.
interesting that just happened now.
Sorry.
RRQ Akira actually banned that Drizzler
All right, we're
in
ready.
the first phase of draft. I think was he that much of a problem? I didn't like since his
I would feel
ability zone that much in the game as much as I was kind of afraid of the rest of the team crowd control. It was the Tigreal for me.
I mean, you have a point there. I think that at least for RRQ Akira, it keeps it very straightforward. It's not about guessing where this Tigreal is going. Sorry, this Rizla is going to go. As he lock in the Baxia first, and keep in mind, Fireflux wants to ban out the Guinevere.
so now Fireflux they can have the Angela. And the Arlet is open as well. Previously it was banned.
Yes, I think
Oh.
Arlet is always going to be a good pick. There's always so much relevance with that final slash, especially since the
RQ?
animation has come down back to its almost original form. Valentina going to get picked up inside Fireflux. Keep in
That's
mind,
kinda
Arlet's
hype,
still up and
yo.
about.
I would say that this is a really wise choice here. Having the Valentina, she can have both, or like have the best of both worlds. Either
All right,
the
easy
Nether
sweep for
Realm
Fireflux,
or even
boys.
the Hard
Easy-
Guards if
easy
they were
sweep for
picked off
FF.
by Team RQ.
The Turkish
Actually, they
delight.
can have both, having also the Baxi. I think this is a really toxic composition in the first phase.
RQ have a lot of opportunities here to get a very solid draft. Again, Fermis or Angela, either or is going to be great. And then you can secure your priority marksman.
Would you say
Yeah.
Matilda?
Matilda's fine
Trax,
as well.
what's
Like,
up,
there's
Lisa?
a lot of supports open here.
Yeah, I think Matilda is actually not too bad. The extra mobility is always going to be
I am
useful,
the power
considering
of
that it
light.
comes down to...
Oh.
Oh,
Ow.
and Lilia.
Ow.
This is rare for me.
Yeah, because we were thinking maybe this is gold lane priority. Actually,
Yeah.
it's mid-prio.
Wow.
I was calling for that Lilia earlier on, but I'm not kind of calling for her right now. I'm not seeing the use of a Lilia in this draft so far. We still have 3 picks to go for Team Fireflux.
Bro,
But I think this prevents them from taking heroes.
I think
with low
Akira is
mobility.
just, I don't know,
Perhaps
man.
they're
I think,
trying to prepare
I
for
said
a
it
possible
before and I'm going to
Fedrin or
say it
Marcus pick.
again.
Perhaps that's the idea here.
I think
because
RQ
having the
Akira is a
Kaja
little
makes it a little bit
overrated.
difficult for you to use something like a Lancelot, like a Ling. So they're kind of answering the problem before the problem arrives.
Yeah, preemptive measures.
Preemptive, exactly, yeah.
I like that idea, but especially when you are on the blue side, it's
Like,
so
I think they're
easy for
good.
red
Don't
side
get me
to
wrong,
move
they
it,
made it the
right?
Worlds.
Ooh, we do see the
I
Fredrin,
think,
though.
like,
The
you
Kaja's
know,
still gonna be
I think
relevant,
they sit
especially
in the
for
middle
traditional fights. But keep in mind
amongst
that when you do
regions.
have that Arla, the
But I don't
counter
think
engage
they're
is
like
also
a
there. You try
top-
to pull them away, Arla pulls you back.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, Fredrin, like even though he sees that there's a Lilia and he will not be able to move that freely, he still goes for it. He still goes
Good to
for
know,
that
Ray
take.
Ash.
Crowd
Thanks for
control
checking
there
in.
is. And also some
I was checking in with all the
prevention
casters
from the
earlier. I was
side
like,
of
everybody
Fireflux
good? They
having
said
the
they were all
Valentina.
good,
Yes,
so
there is.
they
I
just
think
had
the
to take
Valentina have a lot to
precautions.
pick from actually, but let's forget about the first phase of drafting. Let's look up a little bit about on the second phase of ban itself. I see that Tigreal, as I said, was the biggest issue for me. Having it banned by Team RRQ makes most sense.
Yeah, I think at least, you know, making sure that you can't just get locked down and you're forced to, like most people are forced to take Purifies, especially if you are in that gold lane. That's one less thing
Mirko's
to
in
worry
PH,
about.
yeah.
We do see the quad ban coming out for Fireflux just to make sure that you don't have as much mobility. They might force out the Brody from the side of RRQ, and finally the Matilda ban for RRQ Akira.
I feel RRQ, they have a lot of good options for the goal lane here.
Ritz, you said on the 7th you're not going to be, you don't have to do anything with
what you're basically
with general, right? Like you're free.
One lane empty.
Like you're going to be able to just tag along with me.
Losing, the team fights. Just have Kaja and your marksman split push, and you could just end the game there because there's no one.
You're gonna come. You can come hang out in the talent room with me and stuff like that.
I think the RRQ Akira actually have a really good early game. Also, they have really good burst damage in terms of the Lilia. Also, the rotation is gonna be so fast. Having the
we're gonna watch the games, but also like
as you said, we might
I just want to make sure like you're not gonna be tied to
right
anybody's
now,
hip.
It's a
So
really logical pick actually.
I can you
because
can follow me
you have
around
a
and
lot
stuff.
of HP.
Well, I can bring you wherever I go.
From the side of Team Fireflux.
Because like
I
we'll
think
watch
a carry
games,
here,
but in between games we'll probably go like see everybody, casters and stuff like that.
Advised me against
hang
the
out
carry when it comes to such a draft because he's saying the mobility of the second skill alone cannot allow
as long as
carry
you're not
to move
busy,
freely.
yeah. Will I vlog? Yeah, I'll be vlogging. I have some really cool content plans. I have some really cool content plans. You'll see.
Their win condition is to be able to clear one lane, and they gotta clear the lane as fast as possible. So this Baxia, Lilia, as well as Kaja should be very active.
I don't know if I'm gonna do live vlogs. It always it kind of ends up just turning out bad. Like if there's a really good internet connection, yeah, I might go live here and there.
Position, right? It's all about making sure that the gold
but I have some really cool content plans. We'll definitely do vlogs.
Is actually going to be able to hold his own for the time being, which gives the opportunity for Fireflux to have that level of creativity when it comes down to moving across the map. They have multiple places to attack RRQ Akira, but they have to pick one. They can't be in all places at once. We get the Edith lock-in, and that's what I'm talking about.
I'll be posting lots of stories on my. I'll be posting lots of stories on my.
This draft, they need to approach a front to back kind of strategy. You have to take Team RRQ Akira layer by layer. They cannot reach the back lines actually. They need to take the front lines first and then approach the carry, which is gonna be so hard. We're not even. I'm not even mentioning that there's a Lilia in the back line.
And now all of this is weighing on the shoulders from the EXP laners here. We get the final.
They're going to give us a SIM card with data and stuff, but last time the SIM card they gave me didn't really work that well. Like I wasn't able to get it to work. So, but this time they gave us a bit more like a game plan with it. So.
To execute, but if you're able to execute it, it's going to be very difficult for you to fight against it.
Who I got in this match? Fireflux, man. I don't even have to look at the draft. I think Fireflux is just better.
We'll talk about that in a little bit.
I know I'm being like harsh,
this is match point
but I think Fireflux is just better, man. Especially like the way they played the last game.
A dangerous place to be in, especially if you are RRQ Akira.
Unless somebody steps up and just pops off, like unless somebody on RRQ like they better have they gotta do something, man.
Takashi on this Benedetta, what would have been the more ideal pick for you?
Well, they already banned the Trizla. I would have sent the Trizla earlier on, but with the Trizla gone, I would have went for a Yuzong. I would have went for someone that can, yeah, I know that Benedetta can reach the back line, of course. But again, I don't think that she's that hero that can front damage for you. And you
Oakness, what's up?
Some fronting
you missed
an
earthquake, and Fireflux beat RQ so bad in game 1 that an earthquake happened. That's pretty much what you missed.
Ultimates. He's not going to be fronting anything, for me at least.
Well, I mean, you are Benedetta, so that's not naturally supposed to be your job. But I think at least with a Benedetta compared to the Yuzong, you have the access to Eye for an Eye, which is a very, very powerful spell if timed right. Now, in a lot of cases, Brody ends up kiting out the Yuzong more times than you would like to believe. And that's why the Benedetta is just slightly better in that type of situation, or that's what I believe to be the case.
Right now for RRQ Akira, I'm really wondering which side of the map that they want to approach first, because
Brusco and a Rad. That's crazy.
You want to be a little bit more
Brusco is from the Domains.
We don't want
Evos?
of game number 1.
Or
right now,
who was Brusco? Dr. Brusco? Brusco.
flicker early on.
If he didn't use that flicker, he was
Domain
gonna
and
get run
Domain,
down and
Brusco
just
and
die
Domain
straight
and
up.
all
I think
them. What
for
team
me,
is that?
RRQ Akira, they need to play towards gold side, right? Takashi
Evos,
needs to
right?
be an
Manana,
independent
Evos,
laner
yeah.
because it's more of
See,
a
I know my
win-con
shit,
play around
yo.
Gusta Lugusta.
Well, I think that carry at this composition, as I told you, it needs a lot of setup. So, and also it's actually a key pick here. If Gusta Lagusta
I would
can
like
do
to think
damage,
that
they
of
will
all
win.
the NA people,
Right now, Alien
I probably
taking
know
a
the
little bit of
most
damage,
about
having to use that
teams,
flicker, and
players, and
personally for me, I kind
MPLs.
of like that idea. The sooner
And
Vendetta
PH
can
and
get out of
Indo.
lane, it's going to be a little bit good for RRQ Akira. Now the turtle has been
Yeah, but like
started.
not a lot of
Looks
like. Let's be real.
Takashi's
Like
going to slow them enough. King secures it for himself. TNZ is able to
even
escape.
private
First blood
doesn't
goes
really
over to
like
Alien, and
follow.
Alien wants more, but
Like
he's
he
gonna buy more
watches,
than he
but
can chew. Saigon secures
not
the kill.
not that
That's
much.
so unfortunate. They're
But
doing it
also
all
like
over
they
again,
all
right? Like
when they
every
stream they
single
all
time
play
you
get to
see
play the game.
neutral
So
objectives start to get low. Takashi goes for the Electro final blow so early on. This is a very telegraphed play, and unfortunately he ended up too close to Luis, so it ended up wasting the Divine Judgment as well as they got pushed back by the final slash.
Not having a retribution in this purple buff battle was crucial for.
Yep, and now looks like King gets caught. No way to run away from that. TNZ gets the kill. RRQ Akira, they're pretty
bro.
aggressive, but they're starting to make mistakes.
I was just about to talk about King, that he's not having the retribution going in for the purple buff, but he went so deep. He was so greedy actually. He kinda saw that coming. 4 members coming in, taking a gift. It's easy.
I think it was a really good read from Fireflux Esports, because keep in mind that he did start off on the purple side of
we are
the
better
map,
than
right?
great.
So you would have expected the traditional.
How far do I think
map
they
to
can go in the
actually go back up
playoffs?
there. It looks like you
I
spotted
think they
something
can.
out there. What's up?
Takashi actually went
I think they could get top
outside the
5.
range of the cannon minions,
We'll see
so
who
that
else ends
denied
up in the
them some,
playoffs.
EXP, but either way, Alien going up against Takashi. And
We'll see.
Takashi's not having
If they get a
good
bad
going up
bracket,
against
then
his
you know there's not.
I mean, as long as he goes
Like if they go up
even
against a really strong
Alien,
team
right?
and then
You
they
lose
go
a
up
little bit of
against
EXP,
another
but not
like
to the point where you're down an entire level, which is what we're concerned about for the upcoming wave.
Oh my god. The gold lane actually, so far we haven't seen a lot of action there, even though I would have expected to see a lot of the resources being spent for that top lane, for the gold lane. But so far the true damage from carry will not appear, and also we will not see Sunshine shine anywhere in the map, but it seems like someone's going dark.
Oh, they're going for Rosa, and Rosa gets taken down, but I don't know, it seems like an overcommitment. Louis already using the flicker.
Yeah, I agree. That does feel like an overcommitment. They could have really just taken their time with that one, you know? Might even like bait out a flicker from Rosa too.
Yep, now Takashi and Alien are duking it out. Turtle still in the eyes for RRQ Akira. TNZ is waiting for his opportunity to go in, but Takashi
Oh, good Petrify.
goes and finds 2. TNZ
Not
gets
enough,
locked
though.
down here. He goes forward. Can he actually secure the
Nope,
turtle? No,
down.
Takashi kills TNZ.
Well played by
King
RQ.
kills the turtle.
Okay.
Beautifully done
RQ
coming in
stepping
from
up.
Takashi, changing up that timer, but making sure that he's holding that eye for that final slash at the end of the day. Nicely played so far, and now you see the level lead.
Alien in
Yeah,
trouble.
looks like Alien trying to
Oh,
run away,
good
having
flicker.
That flicker probably saved his
Good
life.
flicker.
If not, RRQ Akira would have secured another one.
Securing that Blade of Hephaestus for Sunshine will make him at least start dealing some damage, and now they are claiming that top lane.
They're putting a lot of pressure here. This is what I was worried about, right? I was hoping that RRQ would at least try to save Gusta Lagusta from this lane, but considering everything that has happened, right? It looks like the EXP is about the same for both sides. I'm guessing
Hero
that
weak
Sunshine
link?
has a gold lead on the
I
other
don't think
end.
there's like
Now,
a
we do
specific
see
player
TNZ
that's like
is getting aggressive.
the reason why they're
Wanting to
losing.
get
I
a
would
little
say
bit more buffs
I
coming
would
in, and
start
he's
off
taking quite a little
answering
bit of
that
damage
question
from
with
Gusta
that.
Lagusta as well as Saigon. He has to
Like
run
there's
away,
nobody that's like
and
throwing.
King was preventing moving forward by Rosa. But yeah, looking at the levels here, especially from Alien as well as Takashi, I guess I might be wrong. Perhaps he did actually secure the EXP minion.
Yeah, using
If I had to think of one player that like for me, because I've even casted some of their, I've casted one of their games
I mean,
before.
the gold is dead even for both the carry and
I think
as
like if
well
there
as
was like
Brody,
one thing that I was
despite
like,
that turret going over
it
to
would
him,
be,
right? And we do see a little bit of a lead as well. So honestly, not too
maybe
bad for
it would be
RRQ.
more of like what player have I never like
Having a
heard
switch here
like
actually
hype
makes a
up
lot of sense
everybody?
to me,
Like
but
what player?
leaving the turret
I feel like
really
Saigon's probably the
Gusta
player that
Lagusta
isn't
make
like
sense whatsoever. But Team
he's
Fireflux
probably the least
actually
flashy.
are
Maybe
kinda
I don't
struggling
know.
right
I don't want
now
to say something to
because
be
of the
completely
cut
wrong
lanes that
because
the Benedetta keeps
I
on
also
doing
haven't
in the
like
bot lane,
watched
also on the top lane,
MPL Brazil
somewhere
that
near
much.
the
So
future carry already finished their duties in the top lane. Now she's moving to the bot lane to proceed taking more turrets. So I think here is the gold difference. Here when will we see a gold difference for the carry?
It depends, right? It depends if she gets some kind of kills. You can expect her to try and burst somebody down, but here we go. This is going to be the turtle dance once again. Takashi, he's got level up on Alien, and he's been the big game changer here for RRQ.
I feel like they don't really like prio Saigon's heroes either.
Finds TNZ. TNZ still surviving, but King secures the turtle. Takashi
they're having some
takes
trouble
TNZ
right now.
down, and Fireflux
Okay, maybe we're going to game 3.
Scrambling. They're not sure what to do. Sunshine finds Louise. It looks like Takashi as well as King. They're really thinking about it. Apex 47
War
goes
Barbie,
inside
yeah.
the bush. Gusta Lagusa is securing the turret. This is what we want from RRQ Akira. Get as much turrets as you can. Try to focus on one lane. They're attacking both.
Isn't that their coach? Isn't War Barbie
Honestly,
their
to me,
coach,
that
though?
was some hot stuff. Really. Takashi is changing up his gameplay. He's trying to break out of that structure, and he's keeping Fireflux Esports on their toes because they don't know when he's
Gusa,
gonna go,
like,
right? And they have to make
Gusa's
sure
good,
they don't
Takashi's
accidentally
good.
eye for an eye if he is trying to dash into them, because that's going to cause a lot more problems. And
Like,
now we look at
King's
the
good,
Sagan,
like,
Takashi, Gusta,
I've heard
Lagusa
Louise
taking
that,
the top
like,
3 spots.
Yeah,
I
as
remember
told you, Gusta
all
Lagusa is
4 of
moving
those
freely,
players making big
all around the
plays
map. In the top
in
lane, he already got the turret, and the
M4.
bot lane, he did the same, and his damage so far, he haven't. If we went for the damage dealt, he will not be even dealing damage to any members of Team Fireflux so far, because there wasn't a team fight where he existed. He was focusing on farming and also on getting some turrets, which is something I would have expected from a Bruno, but not from a carry. Anyways, this is the RRQ Akira that we have seen up against.
Luckily,
Team
Sunshine
Patriots
hasn't
International
died.
at the second
Like,
game.
Fireflux
Coming
still
back
has
once again,
possibilities.
this is what we are used to from the Brazilians.
Rosa's going to
Looks
scale.
like the pressure has
I
gotten
would
to them
say,
in a
like,
good
they
way.
lost their
They're
scaling
adapting
opportunity with
very
Sunshine,
well
but
so
Sunshine
far.
hasn't
The question
died.
is,
So,
will
like,
the
Sunshine
Fireflux
still has some opportunity
Esports
to get
have
some
something to
items
say
and
about it?
output some
TNZ
damage.
keeps getting
For him,
found
though,
out about
it's really
by
heavily on
RRQ
his
Akira.
positioning, man. Because, like, he's
I'm
only got a
saying,
few
man, TNZ
targets,
now is not having
honestly.
a good game, 1-2-1.
And he's got to be
I'm
careful
actually
from
liking
Louise.
this, right? Because RRQ Akira, the last time it was TNZ who was kind of the spearhead for the team, giving the information and also initiating these fights. Now on the opposite end, RRQ Akira has smothered him out. And now, without that added level of information, Fireflux are hesitant on some of these decisions.
Yeah, as I said
We're running it
earlier
all
on
night
in the
tonight,
draft
guys.
phase, Fireflux cannot go through the backlines. They cannot reach the backlines until they take a layer
Yeah,
by
carry's going to be
layer
a
from
problem,
Team
and they don't
RRQ
really have a
Akira.
way
So
to
Team
get
RRQ
to
Akira
carry.
now are risking so much, but they are also gaining so much, which is equivalent.
I feel like
to what they
Fireflux
are
has to
putting
attack in
on the
angles,
table.
man. They
RRQ
can't.
Akira
They
are going
cannot
full
take
board.
RRQ
Apex
head
47
on
as
and
well
win.
as TNZ and Rosa trying to find ways to go in. Louise pulls it back. But
TNZ takes.
got there on time. Apex 47 goes
Super
down,
clean,
and
super
Rosa,
clean.
that was a bad mistake coming in. He has to use the flicker to get away. It looks like he's
Oh,
able
everyone's
to.
petrified.
TNZ
Oh!
is still there, still alive.
There we go. That mid-game power
Louise
spike
actually
is
got him
real.
and still got the Lord?
He pulled him towards the Lord's side, thinking that it's an off angle. There's no way he can close that distance. And then, oh no, it's Fredrin. He has a dash still available. So, honestly, really nicely done. Tansy reacting just in time. Again, RRQ Akira, they got to start taking these smaller micro mechanics into consideration.
I would say that Abix 47 was the sacrificial lamb in this moment. He did a flicker first kill, having King up in the air, not in the way he wanted to be, and then he left the spot for TNZ to take that retribution battle.
King as well as TNZ, two junglers finding each other. Fireflux, Esports.
Rosa also started to pack a
basically
punch.
pushing RRQ Akira back in their own base. Alien, Apex 47 as well as Rosa is trying to find a target here, while Sunshine just getting this mid for free.
Oh, this is such a big mistake because that Lord is now flipped the tables. It's flipped the script. And now Fireflux are going to be taking all the outer turrets. They're going to be able to walk into enemy jungle. And now the lead that RRQ Akira has developed is now falling into the hands of Fireflux. 300 gold lead so far. And if you check the in-game equipment, yeah, you can see that it's starting to even up on all fronts.
I would have actually said that Brody right now will hurt so bad. We were focusing, or I was focusing on Gusta Lagusta having free farm, but having those, I would say, that just one team fight. It's not. There's no kills even for Sunshine. There is nothing that Sunshine did so special that I would say, yeah, this is the time that Sunshine actually got the gold. It was one team fight, and that's all what it takes. And the MVP of this team fight was Abix 47 doing that flicker first kill. But leave all that aside. One Lord in and 5 turrets out. So Team Fireflux are using the Lord to its maximum potential. Not just the Lord itself.
Guys, I'm so ready.
The minion waves, they are using it.
I'm
and
freaking
they
ready,
managed
boys.
to get a lot of turrets, rather
cannot
also to control the map.
wait to be in PH already.
It even it emphasizes
This flight
your
is going to be
point, Sunshine.
killer.
Minimal damage in the bottom 3 in terms of damage dealt. He's going to be more relevant
It's
as
gonna
the
be
game
killer,
goes by,
guys.
but it
Yeah.
just shows you how important this Lord actually is to both of these teams.
Tianzi.
Tianzi
no.
wired
Oh.
that alone. Luis flickers for it. He wants Tianzi, and Tianzi
Yeah, I have a
goes
few
down.
things to throw into my
He was in a
bag, but
very
other
rough
than that, we're
position.
good.
Yeah, that was a bad position. And also, oh, he's gonna come back at the Lord time, but until that, Team Fireflux
Like I have my
need
hygiene bag to
regroup.
put in, a few more
What
things
are
to
they
throw
doing?
in, but
Still here.
yeah, we're good.
Fine,
Okay.
Saigon. Is that
True
his target
Spirit,
that he won? It looks like
I'm
Alien says
anxious,
yes.
I'm
The
ready,
rest
I'm
are like
hyped.
unsure. Rosa trying to back him up. Alien has
You
to
get a passport
use the
scare roll.
flicker to run away.
Oh,
but
Alien
Saigon
down.
still secures the kill. Hesitation coming in from Fireflux.
It's not looking good. It's really not looking good here. Rosa, again, Apex is there to kind of supplement everything that happens, but it doesn't
Yeah, I
mean
mean,
that
it's
you
flattering, but all these guys are
necessarily
playoff
space,
casters,
right?
too.
The two big people
It's
that
not
we're
like
looking for is
anyone's
both
just
Alien
a,
as well as Tianzi. They just
it's not
need
like
the damage
anyone's
dealer to
just
work
a
together with these
group
two
stage
members,
caster.
and they might be
I
able to
don't
find
think.
something. The next Lord falls into the hand of RRQ Akira. Pretty
What I
freely
am
as
happy
we look at the
about
items
is
again, we're starting to
I have
devolve
much
in
more
towards
games
that
this
late
time.
game, which is going to be a
And I
big
like the
problem
way
because
they're
all these tanks
doing,
are gonna melt
like,
underneath
so last
Busta
year,
Lagusta.
you normally only had
RRQ
one
Akira, I would say
shift,
that
meaning
they are
like, let's say
playing
there's
with
2 best of
time
5s in a
because they
day,
use the
you would cast
time
one of them, and then
until
they'd switch
Tianzi
to another
reached
3
there
casters.
to
This
melt that
time,
Lord down. Having
like,
the true damage right
I'm
now
doing
will-
a lot of whole
will
days
have a lot
on
to
the
say into the
desk.
equation for Fireflux.
So like,
Esports
like I think
have
I have a
to go
total of
back,
10 games
have to
in
regroup, have
in
to
the
have this
bracket,
solid
in the
defense
bracket,
because
so
just
I'm
one
pretty
mistake
happy.
right now will cost them the game, will cost them to go for game number 3.
Luis has
Come on,
the divine
Fireflux.
judgment.
Bro, how did RQ get a
Doesn't look
3K
like
gold
he's
lead again?
going
What
to
happened?
Really go for it just yet. But this is a good opportunity for RRQ Akira just to secure the turrets. Right now, they do have the gold lead.
You could just
All
stay
that
longer,
Luis
Ritz.
is waiting for is for that flicker.
push your
and at
flight
that
back a
point,
day or two.
Having this carry on your side, you could potentially burst down anyone.
Yep.
You're gonna miss the award ceremony too. What if I win?
Actually used his final
Are you gonna be in the air during the award ceremony?
He was like hesitant, right? He doesn't know whether he was gonna get pulled back.
Are you gonna be
that's the
flying during
condition.
the
They
award
have to be
ceremony on the 9th?
extremely aware of what abilities are up and at what times.
Who does Louise wants? That's the question right now. Okay. They are furiously defending that mid lane inhibitor turret. But again, the
That's
question
sad.
here: who does Louise have to take out so that Team Fireflux fully goes down? Is it the Edith for the start? Is it the Ilian with his Arlut just to take that final?
Yeah, I'm
slash
not.
away
I don't
from
know
the
if it's
team
just
fight?
group stage,
I don't know. For you guys,
but it
who do you
definitely.
think should go
I
out
don't
for
know
Team
what.
RRQ
I
to go
feel
in?
like.
I think anybody except for Apex 47, right?
I don't-
I think
never
that
mind.
Apex 47, he's great once the Primal Wrath kind of comes out, but everybody has value on the side of Fireflux.
I know there's
Esports.
like
I
build
think
up, and
the
all the
most
casters are
ideal
like
target in
a
some
lot
of
of
these
casters are like
situations is
saving
either TNZ
energy,
or Alien,
storing
because Rosa's
there.
a little hard to catch. His
Like you
position
gotta
has
make
been,
sure like you don't blow out your
quite
voice.
sharp, right? He's
But I
working
feel
very
like
closely
the
with Alien,
deaths
who are
could be a
looking
little
to
bit hyper.
counter-engage
Also, I haven't
this
watched all
RRQ,
the games, so I don't know
try
how
to
they've
pull the
been during
trigger.
all the other
Yeah,
games that I
again, the
missed.
Valentina with the Nichols endurance once again
I
at the
feel
early
like
stages.
things
And look at the other
like
side.
these,
Look at
they
the
are
Lilia.
best. It's not
She
like
has
groups.
a
Like
lot
group
of
stage is very
slowdown effect
different
with
this
the fast
time.
Queen one.
There's teams
Also
going home in it.
Divine Glaive and
So like,
Yep. Sunshine
Ooh.
having to use the flicker very early on, and TNZ half HP. Fireflux, good movement, but Rosa is caught in between. There's nowhere for Rosa to go.
What? That's the sharp position we're talking about?
Dude, you
Yeah.
cursed it.
I cursed
Why
it.
did you have to say that?
Look, Fireflux were trying to look
also,
for
I'm
a
sure the
play
crowd
here,
is pretty
and
empty
RRQ
during group
Akira
stage
were at the
too,
right
and
place
that
at the right
contributes. Like I don't
time
think it's any of
and
the
called
casters'
for
fault.
it. I think that, at the end of the day, RRQ Akira are not thinking too hard about this, and it feels like Fireflux are kind of getting in their own heads about how complicated this play needs to be.
At some point, I think that RRQ Akira just found Rosa by chance, because he wasn't on map. He wasn't like, no one had vision upon him, and just appearing like that in
My
your
GOAT
back
team is
line,
getting
it was
Effie,
a
yeah.
gift. It was a gift
They
given
are.
by Rosa.
It's not
that
over.
Team Fireflux cannot actually afford.
Yeah, that was a mistake, definitely, at this point. Fireflux, I don't know, 6.7K behind, 6.8 right now. And again, this is the win condition we were talking
It's at
about.
the Coliseum, some
At one
Coliseum,
point, even if somehow,
the Coliseum
some way,
called?
RRQ Akira does not win the team fight,
and
they can go for that split push.
it's
Having
not
the
going to be
Kaja carry
all of
combo is
playoffs
very
there.
deadly.
It's only going to be the last 3
That
days of
is very
playoffs there.
deadly, but as of yet, we're hoping to see something happen here, right? We're hoping to see that big fight, but with a 7K gold lead, eventually it's not going to
I mean, it was the
matter
same in
just a
Indo,
little bit.
man. There was
Fireflux, I
days,
think they're
like
going
even
to
in
wait out their
Indonesia,
time,
there was
right?
days that the
Sacrifice what
arena
needs to be
was
sacrificed. If it comes down
pretty
to an
empty.
inhibitor, then so be it.
An enhanced Lord can be the answer for Team RRQ, can be the solution. Team RRQ right now, they have all the ultimates, all the spells, all what it takes is focus that crystal.
Luis right now having the flicker, looks like.
Oh,
Conceal use, he finds Sunshine! Sunshine
Yeah, the 15th, the
goes
16th,
down.
and the 17th are going to be at the
Fireflux
big
Esports,
place.
They don't have a lot of damage. RRQ Akira, they
Are
can
gonna be at the
force this
Coliseum.
out. They get mid inhibitor. Even Rosa has to be very careful. The minions are going in, and looks like Alien wants something to do with it. Luis goes down, but Takashi
Oh!
with an amazing
Takashi
stun,
stepped
they're
up.
able to get him on. Alien finds Saiga, but Alien gets taken down by
Apex is
King.
still up, so
Apex
is
47 and
TNZ.
TNZ are trying
It's not
their
over.
best to protect their base. King
It's not
just
over.
walks
Nice
in.
flicker.
Apex 47 is gonna get taken down. TNZ, there's
Oh,
not much that you
Apex
can
still
do.
up.
This is game over.
They're on the base.
RRQ Akira
Damn,
pushes
they
us to
tried.
game number 3.
Woo! From what used to be match point for Fireflux Esports, now it's 1-1. Who's going to be able to take this way as we move on into game number 3? Nicely done by RRQ Akira as they recover from game number 1.
RRQ Akira, they wanted to clean things out just to take that base. They didn't want to just take the base alone. They want to
My
send
goats
a
didn't
message,
sweep,
and
you're
that
right,
message
Paimon.
is that they are able to come back
My
stronger.
goats did not
wipe
sweep.
out
I'm
at the
cursing
finish,
people, bro. I'm cursing teams
1-1,
left and
now
right.
going
I just got to
match
keep my
point.
mouth shut is what I need
Great
to do.
draft, but even better execution. Definitely much better than what we saw in the previous game, where this time they're being proactive. They're trying to find those trades. They're trying to find those kills, and it looks like Fireflux Esports as well. They gotta change things up because quite a few mistakes that they did in that game.
I don't know. Yeah, I would agree with you. It did get a little sloppy there towards the later half of that game, but whew, I think at the very least, finding that stride again for the side of RRQ Akira brings a lot of hope for everybody else in that group, and they don't want to get eliminated just yet.
We have spoken a little bit about how important this match for both of the teams. So having a 1-1 makes you have this perspective, okay, both of them are on the same level.
Yes.
Both of them are like battling in an epic battle. So the match point actually is also might be the group
Decider.
decider, yeah.
Let's look at our MVP, brought to you by the Republic of Gamers. Give it up to Louise, our MVP of the game, coming up big time, finding the right divine judgment at the very end of the game onto Sunshine, while Alien wasn't able to get in close enough to respond.
Again, this Kaja can be very deadly when your team is decisive. Like, whenever you have a Kaja and you're like, okay, I'm going to use my Divine Judgment. I don't care what you guys want to do. Just make sure you guys follow up and kill that person. We're going to look at the highlights here where this time, RRQ Akira, they go for what they want. They don't hesitate. They don't slow down.
Yeah, actually Luis also had this cooldown, let's say a little cooldown in the emblem. Also having the fleeting time actually helped him so much, finding every target possible, and at every given moment he was able to
How do you feel about
either
Ghouls
secure
beating
a
LG,
turtle
Lil
or
Gun?
to get an important troop, let's
I don't
say,
know.
from the side of Team
I
Fireflux.
think
Look here at Takashi,
Lil
which I will
Gun,
take back my words. His
another-
Vendetta was really good. Was
You can
on
see,
point,
like
and
they
at
have their
some
really
time,
good
the
moments,
Petrify on the ultimate
and then they
was
definitely have
precise,
their, like,
but
you know,
FX 47 at a certain point
like,
was
there's
able
definitely
to
still some
flip
things to
everything
work
around,
on, right?
Make Fireflux back on top, back in the driver's seat, take everything in the map, 5 turrets in without any, not a big fight, just one Lord in, and
Which are,
Team
like,
Fireflux
common
was
for a
already
region.
giving us the vibes
It's the
that
same
they
thing with,
can
like,
finish the game.
NA
Here with the
in a
flicker ult
sense.
from Luis, that's when you knew
Like,
that
we have our
everything
really
went
good
down,
moments.
And here, at this particular moment, Team
Even if
RRQ
you go back
Akira
to like
were
the
out
Valley
for
and
blood,
Blacklit,
not
I mean in
just to finish
BTK,
the
like
case.
Yeah, I think that
like there was
from the
always
draft
things to
itself,
work
maybe
on,
there
right?
was
Like there was always some
opportunities to
issues
start banning
that,
out this Kaja
and those are the
outside
things
the
that
place
come
out
with
of the first
underdeveloped
place,
regions.
because at
Like those are
least
the
even if you're
issues
looking at
that
suppression
come
from
with
the side of
underdeveloped
RRQ Akira,
regions.
and they ended up with Franco. There's a lot more ways to actually play around it to cancel out the Bloody Hunt in comparison to a Divine Judgment, which is very much positional based.
I would say in this game, we have to talk about what Fireflux did wrong as well, because there were quite a few times where
That's
Rosa
it. The
and as well as
Rizal
Apex 47
Memorial
were moving forward,
Coliseum.
even though the setup was
That'll
there,
be the venue on
it
the
looks like
15th,
they
16th,
didn't
and
make
17th.
decisions like, do we
The
want to go
seat's
for
like
this? Do we wanna
6,000
disengage?
people.
Because Alien went in
looked
when
up the
everyone
capacity.
else was backing off.
Yeah.
Even during the fights around the Turtle and the Lord, it looks like there was a breakdown in communication here.
Yeah, I would definitely say that there was miscommunication from the side of Team Fireflux, especially Rosa actually having the Divine Judgment and having all these really good
pull my
ultimates
laundry
from the side
out.
of Team RRQ. We haven't saw him steal the Kaja ult or even use it for the favor of his team. So letting that aside, let's have a really quick look here at the items. Sunshine and also Gusta Lagosta, all of them. I think we already we are already in the late game. So basically, most of the players will have their full set. But again, the Necklace of Durance coming from Rosa and fully tanky build on Alien. He didn't even want to deal damage. At some point, he was just relying on that crowd control that he can do. The final slashes with the flicker that at some points were game changers.
Yep. With Rich Guy Gusta Lagusta walking away with 746 gold per minute. The carry actually falling into the hands of Sagan with 70.1k in terms of damage dealt. Sandbag going over the 10Z and Forgotten One also back to Sagan. But now we need to start talking about adaptations, right?
All right.
For the side of Fireflux Esports, I feel like in terms of the draft, they had some solid conceptual ideas, but the execution wasn't exactly as clean as it needed to be if they wanted to edge out RRQ Akira.
Yeah, I feel like that's the only thing, because I feel like that draft is definitely usable. Definitely usable, and we saw quite a few times that they can contest for Lords and stuff. But
Hopefully TOB at least
it
goes
does
out with a
become
bang.
situation when you basically have two different brains in one team, and it doesn't work out together because the brain has to, the body has to follow the brain. So whatever they're gonna do for game number 3, if RRQ Akira gets away with a draft like this, that's very proactive. You can lock someone down and you can burst them down, and then no one can really stop Takashi as well when he's dashing all over the place. You need to make sure that you're very concise. If you want to go for
Has it been super
opening,
hot,
you can
Ritz?
send 4 people. It doesn't matter as long as you
How bad has it
accomplish
been?
what you're aimed to do.
Yeah, a ship with 2 captains always sinks, and that what happened here. RRQ Akira right now, look, the team fight participation, as I said, it's gonna be so hard to deal against that Lilia, especially because you don't have a lot of mobility when it comes to team fight. Yes, you do have the Arlet, but what else do you have? Nothing.
I'm not gonna lie, when I went to Indo,
RRQ Akira have used
so when I went to Indo, I thought, because I live in Florida and it's pretty tropical here, like, we're probably the most tropical. We are the, we're the closest to the equator. We're the most tropical state, pretty much, right? I thought I was gonna be able to handle Indo. I went for a walk to the mall in Indonesia, bro. Holy crap, bro!
Also, he haven't took a lot of damage.
It is definitely different,
bro.
bro.
Sunshine, this game, I would say he was absent in a way because
Indo's a little bit closer to the
game,
equator
than
the Philippines, I'm pretty sure.
Items, and not dealing damage with the Brody.
So I think it might be a little bit different, but still, bro.
Working on how to deal the sufficient amount of damage to benefit your team when it comes to late game. We already reached late game.
No, I think a lot of it just comes down to Takashi completely zoning him out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Again, it really boils down to, do I want to sit inside that Benedetta ult? And most of the time, I tell you, it's a no for me. It hurts, even with just one singular item. But with that being said, you know, considering that how everything is going on, 1-1 is the current
Gotta have the Red
scoreline.
Sox,
Whoever
guys.
wins this pretty much secures
Can't go to the
an
event without the Red
opportunity.
Sox.
But with that being said, I'm getting word on here at the stage that Manjin has someone special to talk to. Let's throw it over Manjin for the interview down by stage.
Who's he interviewing?
Thank you so much to our shoutcasters. Once again, it's your kabayas, Manjin Faldas, RRQ Akira, forced game number 3 up against Fireflux. This time, we have ourselves our own kingdom here in the Philippines.
Every time I say Fireflux, I'm scared I'm going to say fire.
RRQ Kaito,
you know.
From MTL Philippines. Hi, guys.
You know.
Can you please introduce yourself? Okay, wait. I need to speak in Tagalog, and then I will translate. All right. Pakilala muna kayo. Pakilala kayo.
Hi guys, my name is RRQ Ferds.
I'm RRQ Shocker. RRQ Martizi.
Go.
RRQ Card.
Yeah, all right.
RRQ Janus.
Alright.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, of course. You all know who Kenji is. Come on. All right. So, guys, hindi obvious. It's not obvious that you guys are rooting for, you know who it is, RRQ. This time, this is the question. Kung kayo ang magiging tourist ng RRQ, saan nyo sila dadalhin sa Pilipinas? Sino gusto sumagot niyan?
Kung tourist, dadalhin ko sila sa Tondo, Sa Ugbo, madaming pagkain kasi din masasarap.
Okay, okay. So the question is, if you're going to be the tourist of RRQ Akira, where would you take them in the Philippines? Shocker said, ano yung sinabi ni Shocker? What did Shocker say? What did Shocker say first?
Give me the mic.
Damn, we're going to game 3. That's crazy.
Okay. Translate.
Translate. I think you.
Okay, okay. He can't. So Shocker said he will bring them to Tondo. Because Tondo has so many
What else do I need to bring, guys?
food, all right? Tasty food. So Tondo is quite far here, but okay. Then again, who else? Who else? How about you, Carl? If you're going to be the tourist of RRQ Akira, where would you take them?
In Palawan.
Palawan. Why Palawan?
Because there are beautiful
Views. Beautiful what? Beautiful what?
Madaming magandang mga tanawin.
Okay, beautiful scenery, all right, and beaches.
Where's that?
All right, of
Where's the
course,
beautiful scenery?
in Palawan. Okay,
Palawan.
So RRQ
Remember that,
Akira
guys.
is now
Someone send
at
me a link
1-1.
to where I find
How
Palawan.
do you think will they come back from this game? Oh, malamang naintindihan nyo yun, ha? Okay. How about you, Mark?
Para sa akin, mas maganda if gagamit si King ng utility.
I think that's
dyan
good.
kasi
I
mas
brought a
may
light.
impact
I
siya
brought a
sa damage.
Okay.
what's it
First,
called?
you translate.
To
Go.
hold my light and my phone.
I understand. Yes, I understood.
Tripod. Should I bring this tripod too?
He said King use utility.
Palawan.
Okay. So King needs to use utility. That's it. That's it. All right. Okay. Now, let's ask them. Okay, that's right. That's right. Of course. Let's ask them their fearless forecasts. Of course, they're here to support RRQ Akira, and they have their predictions. Let's ask them, who do you think is going to the grand finals? Let's ask RRQ Kenji. Kenji, what's your fearless forecast for M5?
Gusto ko sana RRQ Akira.
Hmm.
Pero tingin ko AP Brand tsaka Onyx.
AP Bren and Onyx, you guys understood it. Come on. He says his heart is saying RRQ Akira because he's part of the organization, but he's being real. He's being real. He thinks it's AP Bren and Onyx. Do you agree, Ferds? Do you agree?
Yes, very agree.
Oh, very agree. Come on. He's very agree. Okay.
Very
ahead.
angry.
Go ahead. Please, give a message
Like I said,
to your
very
fans and do
agree,
your
bro.
shout-outs. All right, one by one. Come on. Give him the mic. Give him the mic, Carl. Okay.
Sa lahat na ng sumusuporta sa RRQ Philippines, sa lahat ng
Palawan. Let's
sa
look it up.
RRQ,
Let's look up
maraming
Palawan.
salamat. Tuloy niyo lang yung pagsusuporta sa amin. Thank you.
Okay.
Google.
Shocker?
Pala.
Thank you sa mga sumusuporta po sa RRQ and
PH.
patuloy niyo po rin po sila supportan and kami po. Yun lang.
Oh wow, that's
Okay.
pretty. It's like a little
patuloy
island
niyo po
though.
supportan yung Kingdom.
Okay.
Shoutout po sa RRQ Kingdom. Pagtuloy niyo po yung pagsuporta sa RRQ.
Okay.
Shoutout po sa RRQ fans and sa Kingdom. Shoutout po sa manager namin na pupunta dito.
Okay. Who's your manager?
Nah, we're just gonna go to P Burgos,
OG.
bro.
Okay. All right. Kenji?
Shoutout sa mga fans ng RRQ.
Me and Zane.
Patuloy
I'm
niyo
gonna
lang
tell
po
Zane we gotta go to P
sinusuportahan
Burgos
RRQ.
Street.
Okay. All right. Huge shout outs
Zane
to
Trex P
the
Burgos
Kingdom.
blog.
Of course, they said that they're just in, they lost their MDL. So they want to do revenge. But first, they will support RRQ Akira. That's it. This has been RRQ Kaito. Let's go back to the game. Shoutcasters, it's your turn.
Thanks, Manjit. It's good to see that when you are part of the kingdom, no matter where you are, you never walk alone.
Huh.
It's true.
Huh.
Yeah.
Whether you're in Indonesia, whether you're in the Philippines, whether you are in South America, they've got places all across the world. It feels
We
good
need an
to
RRQ
at least
team.
have that kind of support here at EVM.
Imagine,
I just
bro.
like Manjin specify like they
RQ
lost,
America.
so they want revenge, but for
Tell
now,
me that
they're
doesn't
just
roll
gonna
off the
support
tongue.
RRQ Akira.
It's not going to be
I
RQ
kinda feel
Akira.
like
it's
part
not
of
going to
that
be
message doesn't even
RQ
have to
this.
be
It's going to be
said.
RQ
They're just like, oh, they're here to
America.
support RRQ Akira.
Guys, make it happen. Make it happen, RQ. Give us an RQ, man. Give us an RQ. I'll help you. I'll help them find the players. Somebody contact me from RQ, man.
can close this out against Fireflux, and hopefully that support might just be enough, because right now, Fireflux, I think they've kind of like, all right, we made a couple of mistakes, we had the okay draft, and now we're trying to repeat it again, but this time we need to have some overwhelming odds if we
Or
want to
RSG?
make this a
RSG
2-1.
America?
Yeah, I kind of think that both teams right now can use some cheering up, because 1-1 is a really tense situation, and everything now is, I would say, on the balance of it's you're in, it is to be or not to be. And for both teams, I think, did we mention that they were 7th and 8th in the M4? So this is also, again, a tiebreaker for them.
Well, I mean, you know, if we're going back in history, historian moment here, previously, at least for Alien, the only one coming in from Badel, actually experiencing that very moment itself. And from RRQ Akira, obviously it's going to be Luis, but that was ages ago. I mean, Coach Cabral used to be a player in that same position. So again, there is very minimal tension between the two
Aura,
sides.
Echo, whatever, bro.
Just imagine, if RRQ Akira wins this against Fireflux, that's really going to change the
Any
standings
one of them.
the group. And it's not a bring yourself up moment, it's pulling Fireflux down into potential elimination as well.
Hey, you know, I love that. It's like, hey, if I'm not doing well, you're not doing well. It's one of those things where
We just need a Red Bull
it
team.
really brings in the question of
We need a Red Bull
pride
team.
in this game, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, this is the group where even RRQ Akira said, we almost don't care whether we win or not, as long
Team
as we
Red Bull.
take down Blacklist International.
Red
They
Bull
failed
Esports.
one time. So I kind of feel like
Gives
if
you wings.
they have a way to have the same mindset, it's like, okay, if we don't win, it's fine.
Wow.
We just want someone else to lose.
I actually love it when things get kind of, I'm not going to say personal, but in terms of the game itself, it's a bit personal. So
Team Liquid.
Team RRQ Akira and Team Fireflux. Both of them are now
RB Esports.
have shown us really good drafts. I would say some of them are quite surprising to me. I haven't seen the Kaja played quite a lot this season. So after Luis taking
Come on,
Kaja
Fireflux.
today, and after we saw a lot of Tigers today,
I'm
as
really
well,
supposed to
I
be
think that the
voting
M5
for
will
RRQ.
witness
I'm not gonna
a
lie. I'm supposed to be
shift,
voting for
I
the
would
West.
say, in terms of the rumors. At
Like
least.
it's definitely not a loss if like for me, whichever one of these teams wins this. I was very excited for this series.
Might have bumped to 60.
I was very excited for this series.
Yes.
I said it in videos before that I
I'll
think
double-check
these
the
two
stats
teams
just
are
a
very
little bit.
close.
And I think the overall win
I
rate
know
for
I've
Hero
been
has
talking
been
trash
honestly
and
going
saying
through the
that
roof, right? It's still 100% if I remember
Fireflux
correctly,
is
right?
just that much
Started
better,
with
but
60.
a
Started
month or
with
so
60.
ago,
Afterwards, I feel like it has gone up a bit.
I felt like
There
these
has
two
been also an
teams
X
are.
work somewhere.
Yes, from yesterday. That was played by Team SMG Smooth. But I think coming back in towards this game, right, in terms of adjustments, it feels, at least for RRQ Akira, it feels good when you see Luis on these types of like pick-off style.
Oh
of
yeah, I
roamers,
think a
set
lot of
pick
RRQ
styles.
fans
I
might
hope
get
that they
upset
keep going
bringing
in that
over
direction.
PH
I would
players.
say who has the better
You know why?
game will win the game.
You know
Because
why,
we
bro?
saw in game number
Why
one,
they're all getting
Fireflux
upset?
basically won everything in the
'Cause
start
they're
of
all
the
the
game,
people
and then
that
they
are like-
transitioned very well to the mid and late game. Same thing can be said about RRQ Akira.
They're all the
so
Indo fans
perhaps
that
draft something that makes you very
that don't
aggressive
accept
early.
Onyx
Maybe
because they
that's
have
the win
PH
condition.
players
Well,
on
let's
their
find
team,
out as
bro.
we jump into the drafting phase for one.
They're all the
more
RRQ fans that say that the only
against
reason
these two
Onyx wins
great
is because
teams.
they
The
import
score is 1
PH players.
to 1 as we get into the drafting
They're all the Indo
phase
fans that say
of
Kyrie
game
Esports.
number 3. Welcome,
Don't clip
Fireflux
this,
Esports
guys.
on the blue side up against RRQ on the red side.
This is off the tape.
RRQ. Starting things off by banning Joy is justified. We have seen Joy throughout the season, what she can do, and also having the Nolan as well. Alright, so far I don't think that there is something quite surprising from
If
the side of
RRQ wins this,
but
I'm gonna bring my
when we look
RRQ
at
jersey.
Fireflux,
If
they
RRQ
are
loses
focusing
this, they're
so
out. If
much
RRQ
on
wins
the
this, I'm gonna
gold
bring
game,
my RRQ
and
jersey
I don't
from
think
M4.
This is different than the previous game because I think that I also saw a 1-1 up there with the Bruno as well. So the thing that's different here this time for Team Fireflux is that there's a target ban that annoyed them so much, which was the Arlet.
Actually, it was their own. Okay,
yeah,
the other ban was the Terizla, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I feel like right now, RRQ, they're thinking, do we respect it or do we not?
I'm looking at Coach Cabral. I can only imagine that he's doing it in his own language. It's like, boys, what do we think about this? Like, do we really need to ban this out? And if so, is it necessary? Because we're losing so much on this. We're missing one more ban. And Guinevere, let it through.
I would actually agree with that. RRQ side, they banned 3 junglers. And yeah, considering that Guinevere.
All right, what if
is a
they
jungler,
take?
Arguably.
Never mind.
RRQ Akira banning 3
I was
junglers
gonna say, what if
so far,
Fireflux
but leaving
takes
Baxi out,
the
leaving a lot of
Benedetta?
other picks out, and now they are into the first phase for themselves. They still have a lot to pick from. You have the Angela, the Faramis, the Matilda. You can even get the Kaja now. So there is a lot of heroes for Team RRQ Akira to pick from.
Terizla as well, because if I'm a Kaja, I don't want to go against a Terizla, because when I'm pulling someone in, someone can stop me. So take the Terizla for yourself. Even if Fireflux wants the Kaja, they kind of don't care. They got a Terizla.
Yeah, they have ways for counter-engage, which is what we wanted. We
Oh,
see the
poke.
Novaria, finally. It's been some time. Novaria and as well as Matilda, Matilda has been ignored quite a bit, especially in that first phase, and usually somehow makes it towards the second. Now, we see the final pick coming in for RRQ Akira. Any thoughts on what it could possibly be this time? Because I was expecting Gold Lane to show pretty early on.
Speaking of expectations, I would have actually expected to see a Valentina, not a Novaria, because Valentina can actually get the best use out of the black shoes and also the penalty zone and whatsoever comes on the road. But what should we expect here from RRQ Akira? I would say a marksman. Taking a marksman now, having these, or like taking the advantage of having the marksman. Also, Fireflux already banned 2
I really gotta
marksmen.
download
Continue with the
some
target
stuff to
bans
watch,
on the
man.
second phase.
Or else I'm
I
smoked,
think that's
bro.
the trick for me. I think that's gonna work. They don't
I
go
am
with
not
it.
ready, guys.
Marcus, this does show that it's an opportunity to pick up the Kaja, but they don't want the Kaja. I kind of feel like they're trying to bait out Fireflux, ban it out, so that whatever they really want is open. Perhaps even something like a Minotaur or a Tigreal, because they got quite a lot of crowd control here for RRQ Akira.
Yo, what episode did the
Possibly. I feel
first
like the
part
Tigreal
of
is just gonna
Season
be
4
slightly
end?
better compared to the Minotaur, only because the Matilda is able to pull out the right
True,
targets
yeah.
compared to Tigreal, who just locks them down no matter what, and you have to commit pretty hard to cancel out the ability in the first place. But now we go, Yutsal gets banned out. Okay,
16, it was
ban out
16
Yutsal? You want
episodes.
your backline to generally be safe. Maybe short range, another carry again?
I would actually like for Team RRQ Akira to take an Ixia, because they have a crowd
4,
control. They
5,
can also
6,
back it up with a
7,
Minotaur, as you said, Lafel,
8,
or even
9,
a Tigreal.
10,
So
11, 12,
having that
13,
said,
14,
I would suggest that
15,
they have this into their composition.
16.
But I think that Fireflux already see from the same perspective as you Lafel, they ban the Tigreal, and they know that if you add one more area crowd control hero for Team RRQ Akira, the game is gonna be so toxic.
Yeah, especially because they have the Novaria as well as the Matilda. They can't really change the direction by having something like a Diggy, because at that point, you're gonna be vulnerable to a lot of damage.
Extremely vulnerable. Oh, dude, actually, RRQ Akira need to be the ones that ban out the Ixia here, because if they give it over to Fireflux, they at least have Matilda to reposition.
Either team is good for Ixia, yeah.
Okay, ban out the clock, force it on Fireflux. Now it's your choice,
Shit, what did I
Fireflux.
do?
Let it through or don't let it through. It's up to you right now, because keep in mind, RRQ Akira get first pick on the second phase because they're on red side.
Fireflux, what's gonna be the last ban in the last phase of banning?
I'm sure in their head they're like, okay, Minotaur, Ixia, carry. These are the three
phone
main
is freaking-
suspects. Which would we
freaking out
rather
on me
go
right
up
now.
against?
Would you say Akaja to ban?
Right,
the way they both went,
here.
Okay. So at least no way to kind of lock down their opponents, or actually when they hit level 4 to snowball out of control, Brody gets locked in for the side of RRQ.
My phone just said not today, bro. This thing just froze
it's
on
not
me
that
hard.
bad, but it's like not as great as you would want it, right? 42%.
It could have been like in a Brody position, of course, you know? But now, final 2 picks to complete the composition for the side of Fireflux. What are we thinking here, boys? Because I don't know, Ixia looks real juicy on the table.
Yeah, I would say I would also go for an Ixia here for Team Fireflux, but what
Maybe
are they
Lapu?
also missing here? Oh, an
The
XP lane,
yeah.
so...
because look, 1, 2, 3, 4, even 5 divers that RRQ Akira banned out. So maybe having a diver here would be great.
Benedetta.
Yeah, Benedetta,
Benedetta,
Lapu.
Ixia, Lapu, Ixia. We could all be wrong, to be fair. They might just go Leslie just to mess with us, but here we go.
Yeah.
Ixia? Paquito. Interesting.
Would you guys agree with the Paquito? I think that there has been other picks that can be more effective here. I think if we went for a Benedetta, it would work like magic.
I think
Wait. Why is Lewis like, yeah, lock it in. Don't even think about it. Lock it in.
I don't know. We got 30 seconds to kind of think about it. And Coach Cabral is like, he's consolidating with him. He's like, are you sure you really want to go for this? Do you want this, Luis?
He looks super happy just now. It's like, they didn't ban it. They didn't pick it.
this is one of these moments where
Smiling.
the player himself, yeah. This is one of the moments where the players tell the coach, like, I am confident. Trust me. Trust me. It's the way of the dragon.
Did they bait out the Ixia?
I think they might
Right?
have tried to
That's
bait out
why
the
Luis was
Ixia.
happy.
Okay, wait, hold on. Ixia still has counterplay, though. It's
Yeah.
not like it's impossible, but
Alright.
it may force an awkward spot where you have to take Purify in these types of situations. 2 backline divers to potentially kick you out of there. You still have the Matilda to save you with the guiding wind, so let's see how this plays out.
But with the Purify, you will not have that mobility, and also we know that Ixia doesn't have mobility whatsoever using any of her skills, so I would say it's essential for her. I would go for a 95%. She will go.
I think
for
I
the
just
flicker.
I think I
do
should
see
just
the use
rewatch all
the
of
Purify
season
here
4.
because there's a lot of crowd control coming from the side of Team RRQ. Let's see what's gonna happen in the Land of Dawn.
All right, final game here in our second best of 3 series of the day so far. It's going to be an exciting one as we've been pushed all the way down to match point for either side. It's going to be Fireflux Esports on the blue side up against their opponents who have pushed them to the edge, RRQ Akira on the red side.
Now, again, I want to see who is going to be the aggressor here, especially King on this Martis. Usually the side quest that you want to achieve with a Martis is to get those early
Season 4 of Attack on Titan. I still haven't watched it, and I'm going to watch it on my flight.
Around the first
Now that it's all complete, I only watched part 1.
Having those early kills,
And I never
can
jumped
help
into
you
it after
snowball
that.
the game.
And
So
jumped
I
back
kinda
into
feel
it
like
after
RRQ
that.
Akira,
So
especially having the chill here as well as the Lilia.
now that I have time
gotta
to
look
like
at that turtle for their
actually
first potential big fight.
binge it,
And looking
binge
at
the whole
emblems,
thing, and
between both marksmen, they both want
I'm
to go
gonna-
a little
I'm gonna
bit
do that.
tanky. They don't want to have that much damage dealt to them. Oh, Rosa, he needed to use the flicker out.
Yeah, honestly, well played by Sagan here. He walks up right in front of
Whoa.
Rosa, punishes him for every step that he takes, especially since Rosa's the one that wants to clear the wave. And the wave is pushing into him, so really nicely done by Sagan.
Looking at the XP also.
I actually have
because
Mob
we
Psycho
are,
downloaded
like,
on my
he's
thing.
the-
I
I'm
watched
talking a
like
lot
half
about
of the first
gold lane here.
season.
But looking at the XP, they have this.
It's not.
clear
I feel like I
potential
don't know. It's not
that
something
you
I've been
can
able to like
clear
sit and
so
watch at
fast,
home.
join the team
But I will
fights,
watch it
and
on a
especially
flight.
for
Like
the
I'll watch
Paquito
it
himself,
if I don't have
having
a
level
choice.
4
And I know it's
earlier
good. I
on
know
will
I've
be
heard
a
good
really
things.
good thing for a Paquito, but it's gonna be
And like I enjoyed
even
it.
more better for Tekashi to take his level 4. The penalty zone will be so effective.
It's similar to like Spy
this will
Family.
be
Like I watched a lot of
15
Spy
seconds
Family on
away.
one
I
of my
would say
last
it's good
flights,
from Alien
but I haven't
understanding
watched
that
it at home
Takashi
since.
wants to freeze the lane, so he just cuts the lane, so it doesn't
Oh,
matter. And
Rosa down,
gets
Rosa
taken
down.
First blood. Hey, side quest, 1 is down. King needs 1 more.
Oh boy, that is not what you want to see here. It feels like Fireflux Esports, especially with the way that they're positioning with Tianzi so deep in the jungle. How else was he supposed to inform Rosa about the potential trap being laid out by RRQ Akira? Feels like they're...
Whoa! Penalty zone going in onto TNZ. He's in trouble. Matilda there to help him out. Saigon is looking very low. Alien wants that kill. Alien gets that kill, but right now he's in a
Good
bad
play.
position. King gets another one. Side quest completed. And now TNZ, where are you going to run away from? Apex 47 helps him out, and King gets the turtle.
King was almost there. He
Oh!
Oh my god.
Get him!
Kill
Get
over
him!
kill. Roamer aggression. Apex 47 going for Luis. And Luis!
There you go.
Finally, they had to commit with the Astral Echoes as well, just to get him the extra hitbox range. Finally taking it out. But overall, the score is still 2-2, and the gold lead is still in RRQ Akira's
My
favor.
goat is shaky,
I think that
Paimon.
at the very least, Fireflux, they wanted to reset
You heading to
that
Chicago?
turtle. Tansy already used
Nah, first I go
Retribution
to
just to kinda
New
slow
York,
down
and then I fly to
RRQ Akira's
Taiwan,
Paquito from moving
Senpai
forward
or
so that
whatever,
they
and
could
then I
back
fly
away
to
with the guys'
Manila.
wins.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be a really entertaining game here. We can see the Team Fireflux both with RRQ Akira with the high mechanics, and also it's not only about the macro. At sometimes I really enjoy the micro skills as well in laning phase. Whoa!
Looks like they want Takashi, TNZ, as well as Alien. Looks like he's able to survive. King,
Uh-oh.
They really want Alien. Alien
You're dead,
can't
bro.
run away from this. Can he? King gets a killing spree.
King could have given it to his EXP later, but it's like, no. Side quests, gotta get those stacks, gotta max it out. He's got block shoes, Sagan's fine, right? Unless he gets hit by another one of those skill shots. But in the meantime, it has been pretty uninteractive down by the bot side of the map.
Looking here at the top lane, oh, they are committing to it.
Yep. Looks like they're just gonna poke Louise out. I mean, Apex 47 and Louise maybe after that first kill onto Luis, might be a little bit personal here.
I would have actually expected to see that kind of pressure on the gold lane, not on the XP lane, but have it your way. RRQ takes the first turret up there in the XP lane, so I would expect a switch sometime soon for Team Fireflux Esports.
I think Fireflux is not going to switch it out just yet, right? They still need their EXP laner towards that turtle side of the map for now. Oh,
Alien finds Saigon, but the black shoes helps him out. Looks like the turtle is going to get taken by King. I was talking
Does
about
Astral
the earlier question,
Echo,
like RRQ Akira, they got
does it do any damage at all? Or it's just purely vision?
King right now is
You do get the slow from it, right? If you have, I know if you have Queen's,
or the sure that King has a safe passage out of there.
The Queen's Ice Queen wand. I know if you have Ice Queen wand, you do get the slow, right?
Win for RRQ Akira, right? Now, I was expecting a lot of the pressure to actually be pushed towards
like the effects of certain passives, it doesn't damage, right?
And
but you do get effects of passes from items or like certain things, right?
Deep into enemy territory, but looks like RRQ Akira, they just want to play it a little bit safe. Get the turret.
You do get like item passives on it. Since it's still a skill.
So clean from Team
or how does Ice Queen wands work? Is Ice Queen wands skill? Does it say skill damage? Skill damage causes slow, or is it just skills cause slow?
Turrets on the side lanes. Now the next quest, the next side quest, I would say, for King is take the mid lane.
Yep, TNZ is the target here, but Alien with the knockoff strike able to push them away. And right now looks like 847 is going for Saigon. King, Takashi, and Saigon, they're going back in. Luis, unable to
damage causes slow.
Anyone to really use the Way of the Dragon on.
Yeah, nicely played by Alien. He's using those knockup strikes to kind of keep the distance, right? Continuously peeling for the rest of Fireflux Esports, making it awkward for RRQ Akira to find the right angle to get in on these fights, right? But if you look at the gold earned,
Fireflux is finding their groove, though. They're finding their groove
right now. Sunshine not too far away behind him, only 400 gold behind him. King in a good spot, even Takashi, so they have 3 winning lanes right now.
Yeah, but having 3 of your team members up there in the charts, even if it's not with a... it is just a slight difference between the other teams, between the Fireflux and the RRQ in terms of gold, but still, it is an advantage. But 2.6k in the early game in 6 minutes of time, it's not that much that you can be afraid from. You can be afraid from the engage that's going to happen now.
Astral Echo used, and looks like Luis finds TNC. He's the big target. Takashi goes in.
Oh! Sunshine!
Sunshine pushes RRQ Akira away.
This is what I was worried about, right? When is that full barrage going to take into effect? And with the majority of the members chunked out from RRQ Akira, they have to back away from this turtle.
Right now, King taking quite flabbergasted. Flabbergasted.
Oh, I felt that in my stomach. That
Bro,
was
how did all of those not go through?
Oh, goodness gracious me.
King just reminded Apex 47, you forgot whose jungle you're in.
Dude, that was a moment where you go into all chat in a pub game and just say, sit.
What?
Sit.
Oh, sit.
Sit. You know what? I mean, nobody has the time to write sit down. You just say sit and yell.
I didn't know Alien was actually a human being. No, bro. Fun fact.
Yeah, he let them. Okay.
Your goat heard you.
Where did that come from? What kind of pub games are you in?
Personal pub games. I don't want to talk about it, man. It gets rough.
I like you, Paymon.
It's real rough.
Yeah.
Now with 80 seconds at least for the next Lord to actually spawn, a good time to actually take a breather for Fireflux Esports, right? They know what they need to do to actually bait out, because right now RRQ Akira are the aggressors. They are the ones eager to close out this game quicker compared to Fireflux.
RRQ Akira right now, I think that they have a lot to be afraid. No, actually it's Fireflux. Fireflux, the next game for them is up against Blacklist International, right? So the next game is so dangerous for Team Fireflux, so they need to win this game so badly just to not risk it, just to not have another risk.
Apex 47 made a mistake. He had to use
Yeah.
the purifier.
So
right
Apex,
now.
it's not a guaranteed loss if they lose this. If RRQ Akira loses this, they're out.
And RRQ Akira just like, we respect it, we're out.
Yeah, you can see that even Luis, he's like, I could kick the Paquito, but like, when's that full barrage coming? Oh, answers my question. Let's get out of here.
Actually, every time I see Sunshine uses his ultimate, it's so hard for me not to imagine a Savage, because every time he positions, he's in a really perfect spot. And also, as you guys said, he can relocate himself using the second skill from Apex 47. done, not to mention that they also have a flicker. So at this point, he needs just a proper setup. Fireflux with one setup, and actually Sunshine have the sufficient amount of damage. Yes, they are behind in gold, but yet he can deal the damage enough to get quite. I wouldn't say a maniac. It's gonna be.
Yep.
My
Now
go versus
Lord
black. I
has
think
been
black
started by
beats them.
RRQ Akira. Apex 47
Oh.
and TNZ is close by.
Oh!
Lord is the target. King gets it. King gets it. Now the full barrage is in full effect. And looks like everyone has to go
Another
in.
one,
Luis
2 down.
gets taken down. Fireflux Esports, they're trying to go in for the fight. Takashi tries to run away. Gusta Lagusta so far looks like he is in a very nice spot. Saigon taking a little bit of damage coming in from Alien, even though RRQ Akira, they got the Lord, but Fireflux Esports, they're the one
Poke is real, bro.
aggressing.
Yeah. They just want, I mean, even though they didn't get the neutral, doesn't matter. I've killed the majority of your team. We can defend against this. And right now, Rosa is coming to a point where his Astral Echoes are, it's such a powerful
Bro, Mr.
ability,
Mao?
especially with the Meteor Shatter. It's important that he hits these skill shots because there's not a lot that RRQ Akira can actually do. They
The
don't
Ixia is
have
very good.
Enchanter-style supports to actually top them up after the skill shot connects.
Yeah, and defending the Lord from a far distance actually sends you a message that Team Fireflux kind of found their own rhythm by now, and winning a team fight for me actually is kind of important more than the Lord himself.
That's
because
why.
as we see, Fireflux
Running out
took
of
them into it.
storage.
Now they will take the losses. Now they will pay the price for leaving that Lord.
Right now, Luis finds Apex 47.
That's why my phone is
Luis
dying
so far
right now.
haven't found a lot of good targets to use the Way of the Dragon. Apex 47 taking a lot of damage. Takashi goes in and looks like Gusta Lagusta gets the kill. TNZ is not there to help.
Oh, it's not looking good. Where's that full barrage? Sunshine ready to rip it open. And there we go. And RRQ, they just walk away. They're like, okay, that's totally fine. But notice on the top side of the map, we see that Alien is actually getting a push of his own and will be able to secure that tier 2 without much contention.
Yeah, he was just playing his
It's
own
taking
game
up all the space.
on top lane. He managed to get that second turret, and actually this will give quite good vision for Team Fireflux with time. But he's going for the
no
back
black
line.
shoes, no black shoes.
Oh,
Flicker
no.
has to be used. Gusta Lagusta has to run away. Saigon and Gusta Lagusta, that was so close. Luis is there, but I don't think he's in prime position to use his ult to isolate a target because even the damage dealers aren't healthy at this point.
Yeah, Rosa is hitting some
Okay.
really nasty shots. Gusta Lagusta losing all of his resources, including his flicker as well, just to get out of the situation entirely, right? If that collapse from the side of Fireflux and Esports was just a wee bit faster, it could have been quite dangerous. But here we go. Tier 2 on the bot side being contested.
Got some formation. Now they know that's only King and Luis.
Yep, King is able to clear the minion. So far, I'm a little bit worried. RRQ Akira, they're not respecting the push coming in from Alien. He got 2 for free, and only now Gusta Lagusta is responding.
Yeah, housekeeping is going to be important here, right? And keep in mind that, like, for the most part, as much as Gusta Lagusta likes to believe that he's really far ahead, if he ends up face-checking a bush that he shouldn't be, Alien might be able to chunk him down enough. Since we haven't seen the Winds of Nature actually come out just yet, I think he's already completed it, but I don't know whether he had to use it earlier to get away.
That Lord Dance is going to be so dangerous for Team RRQ, even though they are ahead in gold, but this 1k is nothing compared to one ultimate coming from the Ixia. Ixia can flip everything around she needs, and Team Fireflux needs actually to dance that Lord out and battle it with Team RRQ. One ultimate from the Ixia can flip everything around.
Oh, look at the play.
Luis manages to use the Way of the Dragon onto Alien. Alien gets taken down, but we're looking at the Lord here.
Oh, Takashi in the backside. King's got nice position. Full barrage comes out. King's looking for Sunshine. Might get it. Oh!
King gets pulled back somehow. But now the Lord is up for a contest. RRQ Akira is in a better position here.
King might have overthought the Ashura's aura there, but this dance is starting to look kind of bad for the side of RRQ Akira. Even though majority of the spells are down, Rosa is just harassing them.
Yeah, Takashi's trying his best to push TNZ away. Looks like the Lord goes over to RRQ Akira. Very nicely played. And Rosa was hitting those shots, man. They could have died.
Even though RRQ Akira were lower in numbers, they missed Luis and also Gusta Lagusta. They were managed to pull off a 3-4 team fight. That was quite insane, actually. And the one to give the credit to was definitely Takashi.
I mean, Takashi finds an engage. Sagan makes sure that no holes are allowed for Fireflux to kind of slip through to get past him. But in the meantime, right, this next upcoming Lord should be able to get an inhibitor turret. It might even force Sunshine to use a full barrage early on. As soon as it's down,
honestly though, Fireflux scales better, man. RQ's running out of time.
Doesn't get a kill.
Another 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, what you need right now is just to synchronize the minions, having that enhanced Lord, and find an opening. Team RRQ are up for the challenge.
All right now the Lord is marching down bottom. Apex 47, he has to be careful. He's far away from his team. Speaking of which, RRQ Akira manages to get the inhibitor down bottom. Looks like they're going to get the outer turret down in the mid as well. RRQ Akira, they're not stopping. They want another inhibitor, and they get it. They get the mid. It looks like Alien has to go away. I'm still looking for Luis, but Takashi goes in.
Full barrage.
Activated. King tries to run away, but King, hold on. Astral Echo gets on all of them. Gusta La Gusta is marching to.
Look at Rosa. Look at Rosa.
Oh! Thank goodness. Thank goodness he still has resources to do so, and I think it's a good option. You do not want to get hit by that at max range. Like Rosa is, look at the damage dealt, 59,000. Wow. He's nearly doubling half the lobby right now.
What? Yeah, I told you he is, at least I call him the unreachable mid lane king because he plays from afar, but yet so effective.
Well, TNZ is taking way too much damage, more than he wants to. Gusta La Gusta unable to reach with the Torn Apart Memories. RRQ Akira, they're in a good spot, but I don't know. The damage coming in from Fireflux, it might not be over just yet.
I don't think it's over anytime soon, right? Because it always boils down to if Fireflux Esports gives the neutral, especially the Lord, over to RRQ Akira, they have some decent high ground defense, and eventually RRQ Akira needs to pull the trigger, right? And there are two instances where this happens.
In quiet, in silence.
Oh God! Luis locks him down. Apex 47 is there. Alien wants to fight back. Gusta La Gusta is in bad. Rosa gets the kill. Saigon was there, but Saigon has to use the black shoes to get out of the way. An attempt by RRQ Akira, but
very clean by Fireflux.
They smelled it out.
Yeah, it was snuffed out so quickly. But that was actually an end angle. If most of the members of Fireflux were outside of the base, and if RRQ threw bodies and sent one person to actually go for the crystal, that might have just been it. Now they have to dance around this Lord once again, and this is where it's going to get tough because they have to buy at least 16 seconds. Let's round it up to 20 seconds for Gusta La Gusta to actually walk down to it.
Apex 47 brings Alien to the fray. Alien finds Tree. Takashi is waiting. Takashi gets Apex 47, and now Luis hasn't found an angle just yet. RRQ Akira contesting for this Lord. Fireflux Esports doesn't
now
look
it's
like
the other way
they're
around.
in prime position to really go forward. Saigon has arrived. Alien and TNZ, they're thinking about it. They want this.
I think you force it, right? I mean, Sunshine, oh wait, he does have the full barrage now, actually. There's a possibility if he finds a pick. Saigon doesn't have black shoes either. More reason to.
TNZ flanking from the side. Gusta La Gusta chases him off. Wait, the Lord? Oh my God, the Lord got resetted.
Oh, Gusta.
Gusta La Gusta goes for TNZ, and TNZ survives with the Turtles Poissons.
After having that vision on TNZ, he's definitely gonna commit to that Lord fully. Oh, Alien wants to
Alien can't do anything.
He's gonna get kicked back. Now he's dead too.
Yep, Gusta La Gusta is gonna go for it, and Alien gets taken down. King, another kill for him. 6-1 and 2.
Doesn't seem like a boxing arena down there in the bot lane, but yet he got a lot of punches.
Can't do much about it. This is starting to become a really tough situation, right? Sunshine holding on to that full barrage. The key component for Fireflux Esports' potential turnaround.
Might not be over.
Akira. As now we're in the ultra late stages of the game. I'm thinking that whether
22 seconds till Alien's
might have made a
up.
mistake with the tenacity. Maybe you should have gone.
Will he be up by the time the Lord gets there?
He gets these kills.
Right now, it looks like RRQ Akira, they're in the base. The Lord is marching down mid. Takashi goes in, finds Sunshine, has to use the flicker, and full barrage Luis. Luis is stopping him. King is going for the base,
that's it. GG's.
RRQ Akira wins the best of 3.
They pull it out. The reverse sweep is complete, and RRQ Akira
GG's.
walk away 2-1 against
Well played,
Fireflux
RRQ. Now I get to bring my RRQ
GG,
jersey.
Well played. Now this group just got interesting.
There might be some ties now.
Now on fire. This group is now officially a really group of death, having this statistic, man.
So look, that puts Fireflux at 1-1. Puts RRQ Akira at 1-1.
This group is on fire just by game 2.
A lot of 2-1s. We gotta remind you guys, if Fireflux won this one, basically 2 teams get eliminated. But
RRQ Akira still has to face against
Akira,
SMG.
Everyone has a chance.
It's a chance.
And Fireflux has to face against Blacklist.
But more importantly, this is why Luis was looking at Cabral being like, this is my time. Give me that Cho.
Because in the world of Kung Fu, speed is all that matters. Actually, look, Luis in this game, he was able to take some really, or like to execute some really good way of Dragon ultimates there. He was able to take Paquito out. He was able to take some of the members at a specific time, especially Tenzi. He was able to push him away. So I would definitely agree on, yes, coach, trust me, I can bring this home.
Takashi as well. Those penalty zones, dude, that was an amazing starter.
It really was. It really was. And now we're getting to see why, you know. It's strange to see that most teams don't have as much of a hot start that we would like to believe. They take a bit of time to actually work up to it. But it's time to have a look at our MVP of the game, brought to you by the Republic of Gamers. Give it up, boys! King coming out big time for RRQ Akira on his Boxia and as well as his Martis.
Martis. That was the best actually executed Martis so far in the M5. We have seen him take that kills one after a time. Sometimes we have actually called it some side quests. Look here, he went for a semi-tanky build, just having the Hunter Strike and going for a full tanky build after that. And also, he was really good in executing his retributions. When it comes to that purple buff,
he went
we have
6,
seen
1,
in
and
some
2.
moment, if it came here on the highlights, he didn't use the retribution. He rather went for the purple buff steal and also took the turtle. Here we have seen the way of the dragon once and again by Luis being executed.
All right, guys.
Make sure.
I'm going to go finish all my packing now. And I'll see you guys in PH, baby. Oh. I'll see you guys in PH. Sheesh. See you guys in PH, baby. I'm trying. It's gonna be like 30 hours till I'm there. My time of travel is like 27 hours, and my flight doesn't happen until a little bit. So I'll see you, Ritz, in like a day and a half, which is crazy, but yeah. And yeah, follow my Instagram story if you guys want to like keep up with. Just follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting lots of stories on there and stuff, and kind of touching base as I go through my travels. So I'll see you guys soon. Deuces.